Hang on. Let me double check. We back? Okay, we back. And welcome in, Shoujo. Thanks for your daily check-in and thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. How are you, Shoujo? I don't know where it cut off, because I already forgot what the last thing I heard was. Because in my right ear, I have the headphones, which is connected to the game and everything. In my left ear, I have earbuds, which is connected to the stream directly. Just to make sure that if the audio ever glitches out, or if I ever disconnect, I will know immediately. Although it does mean I'm listening to my voice at all times. I don't know where it cut me off at, but yes, I am enjoying this game quite a lot. Enjoying this game and the uptime still 23 minutes? Okay, good. Good. So it was a very short disconnect, thankfully. I have not watched the anime yet. I've gone into this completely blind. But after I finish this, I might be able to. I probably still won't watch it for a little while because I'll be busy, but I will watch it at some point. Because I know it's got a lot of differences, so I am curious about it. Yes. With just one call to the phone wave named subject to change, I can send a message to Luca's mother's pager. Well, you remember me? As a girl? Yes. If I make the call, which I'm not going to... Will you remember these 4 short days we were together? Yes. No. I can't do it. Oh, Okabe-san. Why? I can't do it anymore. I can't sacrifice anybody else's memories. I've already trampled on Suzuha and Ferris's memories. I turned a blind eye to their suffering, all the while telling myself it was to save Mayuri. Thanks for the alert. I appreciate it. We'll keep the emotional roller coaster going while you take a breather. Yes, it's about to get very emotional. I justified it by telling myself I would carry their burdens, but that was just a convenient excuse. Can't hear you because I'm at IKEA, but enjoy your game. Thank you, Akemi. Thank you, Akemi. Have fun at IKEA. I don't have the right. I fall to my knees, unable to stand. The only way to save Mayuri is to send this email. There is no alternative. Even so, I don't have the right to erase Lukako's entire life as a girl. I can't do such an arrogant thing. More than anything, I don't want to lose the Lukako beside me right now. Okabe-san? Mayuri can't be saved. Mayuri's death is fate. No matter how many world lines I cross, convergence will occur. That's because you're unaware of the endings, the other endings I got where she didn't die. Mayuri will die, no matter what. I'm tired of it all. Mayuri, I'm sorry. Wait, are we actually going to let her die in this one? Is this one where she dies? My ego wasn't strong enough to sacrifice everything for your sake. The first day of Kamima has ended. A few otaku warriors lingered to check their spoils before beginning the odyssey home. Otherwise, Ariake is silent and still, as if the crowd Lukako and I saw this afternoon was a lie. Kamima runs for 3 days straight, but it already feels like the end of a festival. Of course, this silence is just for tonight. Tomorrow, people will come to fill this spacious promenade once again. My hand clutches at my chest. Mayuri will die in less than an hour. I'm not ready. Even so, I want to be with her in her final moments. I won't let her leave this world alone. So I came here right after leaving the shrine. She should still be in Ariake somewhere. I contacted both Mayuri and Daru by mail. If they're still here, they should be here any minute now. If they're still in Ariake. My phone rings. Speak of the devil. However, the name on the display isn't the one I was expecting. Is this story or is this... do I have to pick it up? Okay, it's story, never mind. Lukako. Please tell me, is this really okay? She doesn't have to say it. I know exactly what she means. There's only one thing I can say. This was my choice. You don't have to worry about a thing. I know that mail won't be enough to stop Lukako from blaming herself. But I have to send it all the same, if only to strengthen my own resolve. Memories from this morning rise unbidden. Mayuri stopped by the lab. Oop, my phone went off, sorry. Mayuri stopped by the lab on the way to Kamima and was dozing on the couch. Suddenly, the darkness was burned away by light. Squinting against the fluorescent radiance, I raised my head to see who had entered. Sorry, Okarin. Did I wake you up? Mayuri was there, tugging a suitcase. Suitcase? No, I wasn't really asleep. I'd been up all night, trying to solve the problem of my last date with Lukako. You're pretty early, Mayuri. Actually, Mayushi's here to pick up her costumes. And breakfast. She took a sandwich and some potato salad from her convenience store bag. Are you going to Kamima now? Yeah, Daru-kun already left on the first bus. Oh. Hey, Okarin, where'd you go with Luka-chan yesterday? Did you have a fun date? You know, Luka-chan hasn't replied to my mail since yesterday. You emailed Lukako? Yeah, Mayushi's a little worried, you know? The day before, Lukako burst into tears barely 5 minutes after we met up. Then we parted ways. That's why I couldn't give Mayuri an answer. Did you make Luka-chan cry again? That would make Mayushi sad. Sad? Sad. Luka-chan is Mayushi's friend. It was Mayuri's last day alive, and also Lukako's last day together with me. I asked myself, Could I really let it end with both of them sad? Let it end? What right did I have to decide when it ends? My arrogance made me want to vomit. Had to drink some water? And then, as if to rely on Mayuri, I began to tell her of my new plan. Are you going to be at Kamima all day? Eh? Yeah, why? Is it okay if I bring Lukako? Really? Of course it's okay. Mayuri smiled happily, took some milk out of the refrigerator to wash down the sandwich, and began to enjoy her breakfast. You tried asking Lukako to cosplay, right? How'd it go? Well, I couldn't convince her. I don't want to force her, you know? That would make her hate cosplay. So basically, she gave up. But you know, it might be a good idea to bring Luka-chan to Kamima. You think maybe if she saw other cosplayers having fun, Luka-chan might want to try it out too? Do you think we could get her to cosplay at the next Kamima? I wonder. That would be nice. Hey, will you really bring Luka-chan over today? Yeah. Will you come too? And look at the costumes Mayushi made? Yes, I will. Yay! That would make me really happy. Mayuri packed her costumes into the suitcase. Well, gotta get going. Be sure to come, okay? I'll be waiting. I'll show you all the best stuff so you'll want to come tomorrow too. I could hear my teeth grinding. I knew that whether Mayuri would get to see tomorrow depended entirely on my actions. If this day had gone as planned, my status as Lukako's temporary boyfriend would have come to a close. Lukako would have gone back to being a guy. Mayuri would survive the night. She would go to Kamima tomorrow without a care in the world. Ocarine, is something wrong? Mayuri looked at me quizzically. She's always been sensitive to changes in my demeanor. So I put on a smile and responded as Hyo and Kiyoma. Nothing's wrong. Just thinking up ways to defeat the organization. Let's meet at Ariake in the afternoon. Okay, I'll be waiting. Mayuri didn't leave right away. She just stood there, in front of the door, looking at me. Mayushi's always here for you to talk to when you need her, okay? Mayuri. I'm off. Mayuri cheerfully flew out the door, suitcase in hand, like the White Rabbit in Wonderland. The sound of her footsteps gradually faded away. Now alone, I took a deep breath. The time limit was 13 hours after that point in time. In those 13 hours, I was to return Lukako to manhood. I thought I had to change her back. But now... Ocarine! A voice calls me back to the present. There's Mayuri, dragging her suitcase. Daru isn't with her. She's probably upset. After all, I completely stood her up on the promise we made this morning. You came, but you're late. Mayushi was waiting. I was really lonely. Sorry. I can't look Mayuri in the eye. As Mayuri was waiting in vain, I was making the worst possible decision for her. I chose not to turn Lukako back. I chose to not save Mayuri. No. Let's not beat around the bush. I chose to let her die. It's not that I don't want to save her. I do. But I can't bring myself to make the necessary sacrifice. Where's Luka-chan? She's not coming. Did you make her cry again? No. My thoughts are a jumble. Her every word seems an accusation. Of course, I know that's not her intent. Even if she knew what I had done, this innocent childhood friend of mine doesn't have a bitter bone in her body. It's my guilty conscience, changing Mayuri's words into swords stabbing straight through the heart. But even so, I can no longer change the past. I don't want to change it. So I have no other choice. No other choice but to accept the death this world so desires. If I were a normal man, I would have had to accept Mayuri's death whether I liked it or not. I wouldn't have been able to try to avert it. But by chance, I acquired the power of a god. It allowed me to try again and again. If anything, I should be grateful for the opportunity I was given. Ocarine? I can't let Mayuri sense my unease. She can always tell when there's something bothering me. 10 minutes left. I want her to spend them happy and carefree. That's the very least I can do for her. So I put on the mask of Hyo and Kiyoma, just as I did for Lukako. Fret not, Mayuri. Things between me and Lukako are absolutely marvelous. That Miko and I are tied by a strong bond. And that's right. Lukako and I are connected by fate, whether we like it or not. And today, I, the genius with an IQ of 170, have returned the smile to Lukako's face. She even said so herself, that it was fun to be with me in our pursuit of knowledge. As soon as those words left my lips, I realized my mistake. That makes it sound like I broke my promise to Mayuri, just so I could give Lukako a fun time, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure she's okay with that. Well, I suppose that is what happened. But Mayuri didn't need to know that. Really? That's great! But Mayuri, innocent as she is, just gives me a happy, relieved smile. So there's no reason for Ocarine and Luka-chan to break up, right? I mean, this is the Luka ending, so... yeah? Right. We won't break up. Actually, our temporary relationship has already ended. And that was our agreement. But I don't think I need to tell Mayuri that. Great! Then Mayushi can concentrate on Kamima without any worries. Are you going to participate tomorrow too? Yep, it lasts 3 whole days. I shouldn't have asked. I fight the urge to check my phone. Last time I checked, it was about 7 p.m. I don't have the guts to check again. I don't want to watch the seconds tick down to Mayuri's death. Daru-kun's late. I called him just now, and he said he was still close by. We don't really have to wait for him. Let's wait a little bit longer. If that's what Mayuri wants, then I won't deny her. Besides, I don't want Mayuri's last moments to be on a crowded train or bus, but rather somewhere she can see the stars. Not that I have any right to choose her place of death. I mean, you don't, but you have that ability right now, and honestly, I agree with your choice. Hey, do you think we can convince Luka-chan to cosplay somehow? How should we persuade her, though? Mayuri's mood is completely healed. Why is she so happy? The idea of her best friends being together? Did she hear something pleasing somewhere in this conversation? Was it knowing that things are going well between me and Lukako? Yes, correct. Or was it that I kept my promise to come here after all? I don't know. But seeing Mayuri's happy smile makes my heart ache. I think Luka-chan would be an absolutely perfect Kirari-chan cosplayer. Kirari. I don't know. Luka-chan's so cute. She makes my Yushi's heart throb, you know? I want to spread Luka-chan's cuteness to people all over the world. Don't you, Ocarine? Or maybe you plan to keep Luka-chan all to yourself. But you know, you shouldn't monopolize her. Even my Yushi wants a kyun with Luka-chan. I don't mind. It's not like I can keep her all to myself. Yay! Anyway, there's one more reason I want to get Luka-chan to cosplay. Mayuri's awfully obsessed with Lukako today. Come to think of it, Mayuri has done nothing but talk about Lukako for these past 4 days, ever since Lukako and I started dating. Luka-chan's usually a quiet girl, right? She almost never says what she thinks. When you cosplay, you become someone other than yourself. And that's why I think if Luka-chan cosplays once, she'll definitely find a new Luka-chan, even if it's embarrassing at first. And when that happens, she'll become more assertive than before. And maybe even dominate you, Ocarine. She really does care for Lukako. And yet, I know that all of her hopes and dreams are in vain. Suddenly, Mayuri falls silent. She looks up and raises one hand high above her head. Oh, hey, Gords, welcome in. Thanks for your daily check-in. She looks up and raises one hand high above her head, as if to catch the stars twinkling in the night sky. Stardust handshake. Hi, Carl. Just chilling on break at work. Hope you're having a good day. I am. Oh, thanks for your daily check-in, Dark, and welcome in, Dark. Like, I do see who's in here, because I have, mix it up. I always like to see who's here. But I won't say anything until you guys do. And have a good day at work, Gourds. Try not to work too hard. Stardust handshake.
星は見えるか?
Can you see the stars? Yeah. You can see the stars more clearly in Areake than in Akaba. If only the stars would answer her call. If only she could melt into their embrace. What salvation would that would be? In the past, when she has reached for the sky, I've always pulled her back down to earth, as if to keep her from floating away. But today, I don't dare. What does Mayuri think about when she reaches for the starry sky? I've never asked her. Perhaps now is the time. Better hurry up then.
No, Mayuri.
Oh god, don't trail off like that, please. Hey, Mayuri.
Oi! Okarin!
Oh god, not now.
Mayuri!
Okarin! Mayushi! Daru runs up to us, calling our names. Daru-kun! You're late! My bad, man. It took forever to check my spoils. Daru's backpack is filled to the brim. He's also carrying 5 paper bags illustrated with more drawings. Such zeal. Okay, let's go. Well, I guess we'll never get to ask her. Mayuri gets up to lead the way, and we start heading towards the train station. The direct shuttle bus to Akiba has already ended its service. It was so hot today. I thought I was gonna die. How was the cosplay? The breeze felt great. Maybe you should cosplay next time. And when did you get here, Okarin? Buy anything?
Yeah.
No. Huh? Why so grim? You have a girlfriend like one of those filthy normies now. You've got no right to be depressed. Okarin, is something wrong? Mayuri's voice is abruptly cut short. Her suitcase falls to the ground with a thud. What just happened? Did she have a heart attack? Wait, I was joking. It's time. Mayuri presses her hands to the center of her chest. Her face contorts in pain. Yeah, Dark, not like this. Not like this. I see it happen in slow motion, frame by frame. Slowly, slowly. She starts to fall. It's so sudden. So sudden. And so, I failed to catch her in time. Oh, okay. Mayuri falls to the ground, motionless.
Mayushi?
Mayushi? I can't move. I can't breathe. Strangely, I feel no sorrow. All I feel is guilt. I knew this would happen. I could have prevented it. The one who killed Mayuri is me.
Mayushi!
Mayushi! What's wrong? Daru tosses his bags away and runs to Mayuri's side. He lifts her up and slaps her cheeks a bit. I keep watching, as if I were merely a bystander.
息してない。
She's not breathing.
え、何これ。
What is this?
なんだよ
What
こ
the
れ。
hell is this?
オカリン。
オカリン。 There's something wrong with Mayushi.
死んだんだ。
She's dead. What could be the cause? A heart attack? She wasn't killed this time. That's a relief. At least Mayuri died in one piece.
死んだって。
True, at least she wasn't hit by a car or something, or shot in the head.
だって今の今まで普通に話してたし。
No way! We were just talking.
おい、マユシ。
Hey,
起きろ
Mayushi,
よ。
wake up!
ドッキリか。
Where's the
ドッキリ
camera?
だろ。
We're on candid camera, right?
どうしようって。
誰？
Daru. I put my hand on Daru's shoulder to calm him down.
マユリは死んだ。
Mayuri's dead. Daru turns pale. His lips tremble as he looks at Mayuri's face in disbelief.
救急車を呼ぼう。
Let's call an ambulance.
なんでこんな。
Hey, Saucy, welcome in. Congrats on your daily congrats. Thank you for your daily check-in. 46 times, very nice. Almost reached 50. Why did this happen?
つうか。
How can you be so calm?
平然とした顔してんだよ。死んだんだぞ。
She's dead.
もう帰ってこないんだぞ。
She's never coming back.
わかってんの
Don't you
か
get it,
オカ
Ocarine?
リン。
分かってる。
I get it.
わかってるじゃなくてさ。
No, you don't.
マユシが
She's not breathing.
息をして
See?
ないんだよ。
俺は
I
見
stood
殺し
by
にした。
and let her die. What? I kneel beside Mayuri.
俺は
Let me grab some more water. My
マ
bottle
ユリ
ran
を
out.
助けられなかった。
There we go. I couldn't save you, Mayuri. I reach out to Mayuri's motionless body.
いや違う。
No. I chose not to save you. I embrace her tightly.
見捨てたんだ。俺は
I abandon you, Mayuri.
マユリを。
I look up at the starry sky, just as Mayuri always did. The tears don't come. Maybe I've gotten used to it. I mean, you've seen it how many times? Like hundreds of times? Or maybe it's because I'm not worthy to mourn her. What fills my heart is emptiness. I'm leaning against the wall, hugging both knees. I don't remember how long I've been here. How much time has passed since Mayuri's death? I didn't go to the vigil or to the funeral. How could I, when I'm the one who killed her? I don't want to see anything or anyone. Even breathing is hard now. And yet, I have no choice but to face this emptiness, this heart-rending guilt, and accept what I've done. That is my duty now. Someone pulls the curtain open. Kurisu? Up, Kurisu. Light shines in from the lounge. A girl is standing there, silhouetted against the light. As soon as I realize who it is, I turn away and prepare to block out the noise.
岡部、もう3日もそうやってるけど、
Okabe, it's been 3
せめて何か
days.
食べたら
Will you at least eat something?
あんた
You knew,
知ってたんでしょ
didn't you?
まゆりが
You knew that Mayuri would die.
死ぬこと。どうしてタイムリープしないの？
Why don't you time leap?
あんたならまゆりを
I was
助ける
sure
た
that
め
you
に
would do
タイ
anything
ム
to
リー
save
プマシン
Mayuri.
を使うことも
Even use the
ためらわない。
time leap machine.
私そもそも
What happened to your plan to change Urashibara-san's gender and take back the IBN
ど
5100?
うなったの？あんたはまゆりを助けるため
You
に
were so set on
その
saving
計画を
Mayuri.
実行に移してた。
What are you still doing here?
いや、それとももしかして
Wait,
あんたはすでに
did you already send the D-mail?
を取り戻して
Did you
別の
already
世界
change
線に
world
渡航
lines?
した後とか、ここに残されているのは
If
岡
so,
部倫太郎の残
and
滓。
you're just a remnant Okabe left
そして
behind,
世界は
then that means world
パラレルワー
lines
ル
are
ドとして
parallel,
ここでは
and this line is doomed to continue without
継
Mayuri.
続する。
IBN5100 は
I didn't send the D-mail.
取り戻さなかった。
My voice is hoarse. Perhaps because I haven't spoken in 3 days.
どういうこと？
What do you mean?
ルカ子を男に戻すことは
I couldn't change Lukako back into a
俺
guy.
はできなかった。だから
Instead, I chose to
Email
accept
gate.
fate. No. That makes it sound like I wasn't responsible.
マユリを
I stood by
見殺しに
and
した。
let Mayuri die. I hear Karisu gasp. Why did I confess? It's not something I should confess so easily. It's like admitting to murder. It should have been a secret between Lukako and me. And yet, do I want to be blamed? Would that make me feel better? It hurts to live with this bottled up guilt. At this point, I'd welcome condemnation. Karisu isn't one to mince words. I'm sure she'll tell me exactly what a worthless human being I am. However,
ご飯食べる？
will you eat? Karisu betrays my expectations.
カップ麺でよければ作るけど、
I can make cup noodles, if you like.
何か買ってくる？
Or should I go get something?
責めろよ。
Say something.
マユリを殺した
I
俺に
killed Mayuri. Why won't you blame
誇れよ
me?
怒りたい気持ちはあるけど、
I suppose I could. But why?
私がとやかく言う必要
It
は
looks
な
like
い
you've
の
already
で、
blamed yourself enough.
過去に戻って
And maybe we just don't have the right to change the past after all.
おこがましい行為なのかもしれないというより、
Besides,
怒れるわけ
no one can blame
ない
you.
よ。あんたは因果の
You've been
輪から
fighting
外
alone
れ
this
て
whole time.
存在として
One
孤立
man
してまで
disconnected from
ずっと一人で頑張ってき
causality.
た。だから、あんたの苦しみ
No one
は
else can understand your
誰
pain.
にもわからない。あんたの選択の意味は
No one else can understand the
誰から
meaning
も
of
理
your
解されない。
choice.
そんなあんたを
There's no way I
一
can
度も
blame
タイ
you
ムリープしてない
when I
私
haven't
が
time left even once.
責められるわけない。
なんでそんなに物分かりがいいんだ。
How can you be so understanding? I clutch my knees.
物分かりがいいわけじゃない。
I'm not.
あんたが
When you chose to
タ
save
イムリー
Mayuri
プ
with
で
the
マユリ
time
を
left
助けようと決
machine,
めたその時に
you must have known that
誰
no
から
one
も
would
分かって
ever
もらわな
understand.
いと覚悟し、だったらそれを
So
甘んじて
accept
受けな
what
さい。
you've done.
そうすればあんたは
Do that, and you'll never forget the meaning of your choice.
忘れることはないから。
So, in other words, she's telling me to suffer on my own. Not really. What a cruel woman. She is telling you to just move forward with it because you kind of have no choice.
ただ
However,
あんたは
you
あん
should
たが
also
取った
take
選択によ
responsibility
って
for the
助
girl
けた
you
もう一
did
人の
save.
子について責任を取るべきよ。まゆりは死んだわ。
Mayuri is dead.
残念
It's sad. No, sad doesn't even
さ
begin
ま
to
よっている言葉
describe
じゃ
it.
足りないぐらい悲しい
But
けど
Mayuri is gone.
世界の収束、世界の意志に
You
は逆
couldn't
らえな
change
かった。
convergence. You couldn't defy fate.
でも
But
あ
she
の子は
is still
今も生
alive.
きてる。
Thanks to you, she's still
あんたのおか
alive
げで
as a girl.
女の子として、そしてあんたと同じように
And I think she's
自
suffering
立
alone,
して
just like you.
苦しんでると、あの子の苦しみを理解してあげられるのは
Aren't you the only one who can
共
understand
犯
her
者で
suffering?
ある。
You're her
あんただけで
accomplice,
しょ。
remember?
共犯者。
Her accomplice. I knew you would pull no punches, Karisu. Lukako's image floats through my mind. She used to be a guy. But now she's a girl. And she'll live as a girl from now on. I am the one who chose that future for Lukako. When I imagine her frail smile, I feel like spring has come to thaw the frozen soil of my heart. I can't bear to lose Lukako, too. In that case, I know what I must do.
ありがとう。クリス。
Thank you, Kurisu.
お前と話せてよかった。
I'm glad I told you. As I enter the courtyard, I can almost feel the heat slowly drain away. Besides the main building stands a large tree. Its branches, coated with vibrant leaves, sway in the gentle breeze. The shrine is cooler than the streets of Akihabara proper. Maybe it's because Kanda River is so close. As usual, the shrine is empty. I find myself standing before the offering box, gazing into the inner sanctum. I wonder if Lukako is home. Her family should be here too. How should I call for her? Just then, the wind suddenly lets up, and the sound of rustling trees stops for a bit. In the silence, I hear someone sobbing. It sounds like it's coming from behind the main building. Yo, 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 just popping in to say hello before I go to bed. Be well, homies. Thank you, Majoris. Welcome in, and do get some good sleep. Appreciate you stopping by. I hope you had a good stream. Because that is a game that I have wishlisted, and I do want to check out that game sometime. I need some good sleep, thanks. Oh yeah, definitely. Thankfully, I work later than I usually do tomorrow, so I'll be able to sleep pretty well tonight as well. It sounds like it's coming from behind the main building. I slowly head towards the sound. Lukako is there, sitting on the grass, hugging her knees, as she cries. Samidare is in her hands.
ルカコ。
Lukako. Okabe-san. Lukako looks at me with wet eyes, but immediately afterwards she buries her face into her knees. Then her shoulders start shaking once more. Yesterday, I went to Mayuri's-chan's funeral. Everyone cried. I didn't know Mayuri-chan was loved by so many people. Of course, I loved Mayuri-chan too. I'm not really good with people, but she was always so nice to me. She was my best friend. I lost the words I was about to say. All I can do is sit silently next to Lukako. Why? Okabe-san? Why are we still alive?
ゆりちゃんは
Mayuri-chan is
死んじゃったのに。僕は
but I'm
こうして今
still
も
a girl.
女の子のま
Now that she remembers being a guy, Lukako is beginning to have gender identity issues. I have no idea how that feels. Just as Kurisu said, Lukako is disconnected from causality too.
僕が
Oh yeah, it's a great game? Yeah, definitely. Good to hear.
こうして
Can't wait to try it out someday.
ここにいるのって
I think the next time it gets a sale, I may buy it.
いけないことのような気がするんです。
It just feels wrong for me to keep living like this.
そんなことはない。
It's not wrong. I try to cheer her up with those meaningless words, but Lukako shakes her head in denial.
岡部さ
Is there a way to save
ん、なん
Mayuri-chan?
とかまゆりちゃん、
無理だ。
No.
そんな
That can't be! Still crying, Lukako stands and pleads with me.
考えましょうよ。
Let's keep thinking. I'll do anything to save
まゆりちゃん
Mayuri-chan.
が助かるためなら、まゆりちゃんから
I
前に
heard
聞
from
いたことがあり
Mayuri-chan
ます。
before that you made a device for traveling back in time.
時間を遡る装置を作ったって。
Is she talking about the time leap machine?
それを使えば
If we use that,
無理なんだ。
we can't.
時間を遡れば
If we go back in time,
方法が
I'm sure we'll find a way.
方法は
There is no way.
ない。
I make that firm declaration with hung head and clenched fists.
残酷なことかもしれな
It
い。
may be cruel, but all we can do is accept Mayuri's death
マユリの死を受け
and
入れ
keep on living.
それでも
諦めちゃダメですよ。
You can't give up.
どうして
Why
諦
are you
めら
giving
れる
up?
んですか。
Aren't you sad at all that Mayuri-chan has died? Of course.
とにかく
Bit of a harsh thing to say, honestly. There's no way to save her.
嫌です。僕は
No!
ま
I
ゆりちゃ
don't
ん
want
に
Mayuri-chan
死ん
to
でほしくない
die!
ルカコ
Lukako. I grab her shoulders and look straight into her eyes.
俺が
Did you think it was easy for me to give up?
諦めたと思うか。
Okabe-san?
あいつは俺にとっても大事な幼馴
She
染
was my precious childhood friend. Would have done anything to save her.
考えたさ。
I tried to find a way.
考えて
Tried everything I could think of. Do you know how many times I've gone back?
だが無理だった。
But nothing worked. The universe wants her dead. No matter how I tried to avoid it, Fate snatches Mayuri away. I sacrificed other people's memories and dreams, all to save Mayuri. I didn't care who I hurt, as long as I could save her.
だが
But I can't do it anymore.
それも限界だ。もう
There's nothing I can do.
無理なんだ。
No. There is something I can do. There are still things I can do to save Mayuri. But I chose none of them. Theoretically, it's not impossible. But it is impossible for me.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
僕
I didn't stop to think about your feelings.
だけど
But it's
無理な
not
はずない
impossible,
ですよ。
is it?
もう
There's
一つ
still
だ
one
け
more way left.
僕が
If you turn me back into a guy,
男に戻り
それはダメだ。
I can't do that. There's no meaning to our choice if we do that. I chose Lukako over Mayuri. Ultimately, that's all there is to it.
お願いします、岡部さん。
Please,
ま
Okabe-san.
ゆりちゃんを犠
I
牲にして
don't
も
want to be
ね
a。girl so badly that I'd sacrifice Mayuri-chan.
まゆりちゃんを
Please,
助け
save Mayuri-chan.
俺は
I won't turn you back into a guy.
どうして
Why?
どうしてですか。
Why won't you?
俺がそれを選んだんだ。
That's what I chose. I can't keep on hurting people to feed my ego.
それに
To be fair,
元の世界線に
this is no
戻った
longer
と
your
ころで
choice, but
マユリの死を
Luka's choice as
回避できるかど
well.
うかは絶対じゃないんだ。
But still. Besides, even if we go back to the original world line, there's no guarantee we'll avoid Mayuri's death.
俺は
I won't sacrifice anyone's memories. Won't sacrifice your memories for a small chance like that.
だから
It's over.
もう
But, Okabe-san,
でも
this is
なの
unforgivable.
僕という
I
存
don't
在に
deserve to live like this.
耐えられない僕が女の子であるということが
How can I go
ま
on
ゆりちゃんの死の上
knowing
に
that
成
me
り立
being
って
a
る
girl
なんてこと
contributed to Mayuri's death?
これからそのことが重すぎて
That's too heavy a burden for me to bear.
ちゃいそうなんて
Why?
どうしてあの時
Why didn't you send the mail to my mother's pager 18 years ago?
メールを送ってくれなかったんですかどうしてまゆりちゃんじゃな
Why
くて
didn't you choose Mayuri-chan
僕
over
なんか
me?
を
お前は何も負い目を感じることはない。
You have nothing to be ashamed of.
全て
It
は
was my
俺の選
choice.
択だ。マユリを殺したのは
I killed
俺なん
Mayuri.
だ。
The guilt is mine.
だから
Oop, give me a
罪
sec.
は
Hold
俺
on.
が全て被る。
Okay, sorry about that. I am the one with the power of a god. I am the one who chose Mayuri's fate. Therefore, I am the one who must bear the responsibility.
それに
Besides,
お前にも幸せになって
I
ほしい
want you to be happy.
思っ
幸せになんて
Happy? How can I possibly be happy
まゆりちゃんが死んだのは
when Mayuri died because of me?
僕のせいでもあるのに
お前のせいじゃない。
It wasn't because of you. Please,
今は
Never
悲しい
say
か
that
もしれない
again.
が
you may be sad now, but
お前にはマユリの分まで
I want you to keep going
前
forward
を見て
and live enough for
生きてい
Mayuri
ってほしい
too.
んだ。
そんなの
No,
そんなの嫌
I
です
don't want that. Lukako clings to my chest. She stares into my eyes without wiping away her tears.
僕
In that case,
僕は
I want to help bear your
それ
burden
ね岡部さん
together.
と一緒に背負いたいです
一緒に背負う。
Bear it together.
何を
Don't be
バカな
ridiculous.
俺は因果の輪から外れた
I'm a
人間
man
だし
disconnected from causality.
マユリを見
I
殺しに
chose
す
to
る選
stand
択を
by
した
and let
んだ。
Mayuri die.
それなら僕だって因果
Then
の
I'll
輪から
disconnect myself from causality too.
僕の記憶の中に
I regained my memories of being a guy.
男
So
だ
doesn't
った
that mean I'm already
ことの思い出が蘇
disconnected?
ってきている時点でもうまゆりちゃんの命と引き換えに
I also know that I'm only a girl because Mayuri paid for it with her life.
っていうことも僕たち
We're
共犯者なんで
accomplices.
すよ
That's literally what Kurisu said. Yeah. Kurisu said the same thing. Hydrate? I shall hydrate. Thank you, Kai. So are you still streaming? Yeah, you're still streaming. Just checking. Kurisu said the same thing. We're accomplices, Lukako and I.
この悲しみも
This sadness, this guilt,
負い目も二人で
I want us both to embrace them, so we don't forget.
いていきたいです。
We are disconnected from causality. Nobody else can understand us. That's why.
あ
I
あ、
understand.
分かったよ。
I embrace Lukako strongly.
一緒に
Let's bear our burden
背負っ
together.
てくれ。一緒に
Let's live with these
この
memories
思いを忘れずに。
together.
ずっとそばにいても
Can I stay by your side forever? Well, I guess that means we're getting married then.
僕岡部さんのこと
I love you.
好きだ。まゆりちゃんへの裏切りかもし
I
れ
know
な
I'm
いけど
betraying my Yuri-chan, but I want to be with you forever.
一緒にいたいんです。
もちろんだ。
Of course. We both bear the same burden. We'll accept Mayuri's death, yet still live on. Shoulder to shoulder. Afterwards, we pass the time, sitting in silence until the sky turns the color of dusk. Lukako rests her head on my shoulder. I embrace her and feel her breathing next to me. We gaze silently at the sky. And in our hearts, we pray for Mayuri's happiness in the afterlife. I'm sorry, Mayuri. I'm sorry.
ねえ、岡部さん。
Hey, Okabe-san. Lukako raises her head and breaks the silence. I can see firm resolve in her expression.
僕、まゆりちゃんに
There's one
どう
more
しても
thing
一つだ
that
け
I should have
や
done
り
for
残した
Mayuri,
ことがあるんです。
but didn't.
そのせいで、まゆりちゃん
And
に悲
because I
しい
didn't,
思いをさせちゃ
I
いま
made her
した。
sad. You're not going to ask me to go back in time, are you? Or is this something we can do now?
やり残したこと。
What was it?
コスプレです。
Oh, you're gonna... okay. So this is how you finally cosplay, huh? Cosplay. Oh. That. These last few weeks, Mayuri was constantly asking Lukako to wear the costume she made for her. But Lukako was too embarrassed to try. I remember Mayuri on the day she died. I think Luka-chan would be an absolutely perfect Kiri-chan cosplayer. Luka-chan's so cute. She makes my Yushi's heart throb, you know? Luka-chan's usually a very obedient girl, you know? She rarely speaks her mind. When you cosplay, you become another you. That's why I think that if Luka-chan cosplays once, she'll definitely find a new Luka-chan, even if it's embarrassing at first. Hello, Hikari. Welcome in. Thanks for your daily check-in. How are you today, Hikari? Good morning. And when that happens, she'll become more assertive than before. And maybe even dominate you, Ocarine. Even on that day, Mayuri only talked about Lukako. I'm good, just had my breakfast, that's good. Even though I stood her up on my promise to bring Lukako to Kamima, and made her lonely. How are you? Is it nighttime? Yes, it is definitely nighttime. It is 7:39 p.m. for me. Although thankfully, I don't have a 7 a.m. shift like I usually do tomorrow. For whatever reason, it starts at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. So I can stay up a little longer. Also, thanks to 3 snow days, I got 4 days of rest, so I'm feeling pretty good. $2:40 a.m. for... Yeah, Kai always has to stay up late when I go this long. Although Kai's also still streaming. Let me see what you're at. You were at 7 hours and 45 minutes, provided you didn't disconnect. Mayuri wanted Lukako to cosplay from the bottom of her heart.
時間を遡る装置を使って
Can your time
この日
machine
に
take me back to that day?
戻れませんか？
戻るって
You mean you
Oh,
want to go back? Very slow calming story. That's good. I don't know if I'll ever play those games. I might consider it. But the only time I would ever play those games is on stream. So I wouldn't really be doing my dailies and stuff. Honestly, I'm just tired of dailies at this point. Like, the games I still play on my mobile, I have not played for weeks. I completely stopped playing everything. It's so much more fun to play actual games rather than these mobile games at this point. No more constant dailies that just become a job, a chore. I don't do dailies. Honestly, it feels more like an anime at the moment. That's good. Somehow true? Yeah. Because I've been playing these mobile games for probably almost 2 decades now, and I'm just tired of it. Only for Nikki, but that's 3 minutes. Fair. Daily game felt like a burden. 100%. 100% just becomes a burden at some point. Because it's just like, I don't want to miss out on the free stuff. Especially because it takes so long to build up all that stuff so that you can actually put it to good use. So you cannot miss a single day in your mind. And doing anything, and there's not much, and I'm also tired of the timers. I'm tired of the dailies, and I'm tired of the timers. Lukako nods firmly.
本気なのか
Are you serious? Nobody's used the time leap machine except me. It's never failed so far, but if something does happen, it might not be reversible. SERN's test subjects turned into jellymen. Something like that could happen to her, or she could lose her memory like Suzuha did.
危険すぎるあれば
It's too dangerous.
俺以外には
So
使わ
far.
せられない
I'm the only one who's used it.
お願いします。
Please,
せめて最後に
at the very
まゆり
least,
ちゃんに
I want to
笑
see
顔で言って
Mayuri-chan
もらいた
off
いん
with
で
a
す。
smile.
僕、まゆりちゃんに
Because
何もし
I
てあげ
wasn't
られ
able
なか
to
った
do
から
anything for her.
だがお前はああいう場所に
But I thought you couldn't handle all the
苦手だった
otaku.
確
はずだ
かにちょっと怖いです。
I am a bit
で
scared,
も
but
そんな
this is
こと
something I
言
have
って
to
られ
do.
ないです。それに
Let me hydrate some more.
僕は岡部さんと本当に同じになりたい。
Besides, I want to truly be the same as you, Okabe-san.
その装置を使えば
If I use that
因果の
device,
輪から完全に外れ
I'll
て
be
しまうんですよ
completely
ね。
disconnected from causality, won't I?
それで
And then, I could feel
岡
what
部
you
さんと
feel.
同じ気持ちを背負えます。だから
I am curious about other people using it. I want to know if it works the same way or not. I don't know that I want Luca as the test subject, though. I need a bad guy to be the test subject, but at the same time, don't want the bad guy doing anything. So please. Her innocent feelings warm my heart. Lukako truly cares for me and Mayuri. In the end, I have to grant her wish. When we get back to the lab, no one is there. Just a few days ago, Mayuri, Kurisu, Daru, and I were laughing here together. With Mayuri gone, nothing seems to remain from those days but dreams. The lab feels truly empty. But I hide those feelings and lead Lukako to the development room. Luckily, the 42-inch CRT is turned on downstairs, so we can start the time leap machine when ready.
飛び先はいつに
What time will you jump to?
あの日の朝に
The morning of that day.
前日に飛んだりすると
If I jump to the day before,
僕は
I don't think I'll be mentally stable enough to accept it as reality.
動揺しちゃうと思うんですだから
That's why... So she's choosing the morning of that fateful day, so she can cosplay with a smile. But to jump to that day would take at least 3 consecutive leaps. Will she be able to get all the way to the 15th? But despite my worries, Lukako remains undaunted.
無事に飛んだら俺に連絡を取る
Once you've leapt safely, get in
そう
touch
した
with
ら
me.
きっと俺は
I'm sure I'll
お
help
前
you
を
get to
迷い
my
のとこ
Uri.
ろに連れて行ってやる
はい
Okay. I covered Lukako's head with the time leap machine's headgear. Her body is clearly shaking. But that's understandable, I guess. Even I'm starting to get tense. My heart feels like it's about to explode. This is the first time leap machine's experiment with a subject other than me. I can't stop thinking about the worst case scenario.
心配するな
Don't worry,
脳が
your
少し
brain will
痛む
hurt a
ぐらい
bit,
だがす
but
ぐ
the
治まる
pain will go away soon. Shouldn't you say it will hurt a lot because it hurts a lot?
はい
Are you trying to support her resolve? I guess. Okay.
向こうについても決して取り乱すな
You must not get distracted once you
落
reach
ち着い
the
て
other
状況を
side.
理解するんだ
Calm down and try to grasp your surroundings.
大丈夫俺がついている
It'll be okay. I'm with you. I gently caress Lukako's cheek. She responds with a small sigh of relief.
じゃあ行きます
I'm going. I nod and hide the shaking of my fingertips as I set the microwave timer.
きっと戻ってきますから
I'll be sure to come back.
ああ待ってい
Yeah.
るぞ
I'll be waiting. I smile to Lukako. Immediately afterwards, the discharge fills the room. I open my eyes wide in wonder as Lukako's body begins to shine. The building shakes violently. The smell of ozone fills the air. The light is blinding. I can hardly keep my eyes open.
岡部さん
Okabe-san! Lukako's cry is suddenly cut short. I'm also curious. Huh. Because we've been wondering about what happens to the world line that we're leaving behind. Whether we're in the same world line that gets overwritten, or if we've created a parallel world that continues on. But we seem to have changed locations, so... A shock ripples through my body, like it always does right after time leaping.
ここは
Oh, what the... This time, I wasn't the one who leapt. But nevertheless, I teleported from the lab to Yanabayashi Shrine. Did the world line change? No. Reading Steiner didn't activate. So I don't think it did. Then why? Was it because of Lukako's changes to the past? I look to the side, and there I see Lukako. She gets up and smiles once she notices my gaze.
写真 見ますか？
Oh, you real? How did you realize? Because you went back in time, so we're now in the present from where we just were, right? So she realized, I guess my sudden weird movements. She would probably talk to us and we didn't have those memories, and now we just had this sudden weird head pain. Because we surely touched her head or something. So I guess she realized? Want to see the pictures?
写真
Pictures? What's this about pictures? The cosplay.
行ってきたんですよ。
It worked!
僕、
I did it!
覚えてないんですか？
Or maybe remembers the date of the jump? Oh, true.
急に
That's
忘れ
also a
てまい
thing.
りましたけど。
It's just even if they remember the date, the fact that she immediately realizes that we are us. Us. Don't you remember? You suddenly started acting different just now.
お前が過去へ飛んで
Right after you left
そ
into
の
the
直後
past,
に
I found
俺
myself
が
standing
ここに立
here.
っている。小見間には行ってきたのか？
Did you go to Kamima? Lukako once again bursts into tears. And then she slowly nods. She takes out a few pictures and hands them to me.
まゆりちゃん、
And Mayuri-chan was so happy.
嬉しそうでした。
I look at the first picture handed to me. Can I actually see them? I gasp in surprise when I see what's on it.
俺もお前も
We?
はしゃぎすぎ
Wait,
だ
we
よ
were there too? It looks like we really got carried away. I realize that I am crying. Aw. Sorry, I'm taking in the picture. See, he looked really weird from the side from last stream, or maybe the stream before that. I think it was last stream. His side profile was really weird, but from the front, he looks pretty handsome. In the picture, Mayuri is smiling. And we're smiling with her. Is that really the ending? Well, oh, really? Well, we have a nice happy picture of her to remember her forever. Till we die. Well, not as happy as I would have hoped like the other ones were. Ish. But at least it's a semi-happy ending. Even if Mayuri dies in this one. I could never play this kind of game. Why? Too sad? I get too attached to the characters? Fair. And be sad for days. Aw. Damn, look at him. He grown up and rugged. I think he actually finally got in shape for once. That was cute. So they did end up together. They got married, had a child. And technically, that is one ending that he can actually come back from. Should be this one. Will you remember me?
Huh?
Yes. Let me say yes, and then the next line. Here we go. Okay. It's time to do it. Goodbye, Luca. Goodbye, female Luca. Lukako places her finger on top of mine. Oh, we're doing this together? Alright. On top of the send button. Thank you, Okabe-san. Farewell, my love. Yes, goodbye, Luca. Unfortunately, Luca has to go back to hiding their feelings for us. Because as a guy, they can't love us because we're straight. Hopefully Luca will find someone else to be in love with. I hope. Oh, see, it got... Wait, why is it going further, though? So now it's 0.5. Well, we're in Chapter 9. The warmth of Lukako's hand slips away as the vertigo hits me. I'm still at the shrine, but I no longer feel Lukako clinging to my back. I turn around slowly. Oh, this should be male Luca. Straight? Well, time to be gay then. If only. Lukako is standing a short distance away, as if to see me off. Although, to be fair, I think ultimately, he's probably going to choose Mayuri, right? But at least there's all these other endings where he hooks up with all these other girls. No tears, just a bewildered smile. My chest feels like it's about to burst. Takes Luca home. Oh wait, were you talking about Luca? Because I was talking about Rentaro being the straight one. Whereas Luca is either gay or just like bisexual or something. Either that or what was the word? Pansexual, right? I hold it back.
Na, Lukako.
Hey, Lukako. Both. Yes?
お前は
You're... I hesitate for a moment, but I have to know.
男
You're a guy, right? Yes? She's gone. Well, there you go, Kai. We have the male Luca back. He has returned. Cuter than any girl. Looks good in Miko robes. But he's a guy. I bite my lip.
お前は
Do
俺の
you
こと
like me?
好きか
Is this the... Are you sure about this? Is this a good idea? What? What? I don't understand.
好きか
Do you like me?
尊敬してます。
I respect you. He respects me? I don't deserve his respect. Well, that's not what matters now. Lukako's answer seemed clear, but wasn't. He didn't answer the question.
男に戻ったら
If I change back into a guy,
へのこ
I'll
の
have
気
to
持ち
hide my feelings for you.
封印しなくちゃいけないから
Lukako might still like me, even though he's a guy again. Wait, so Luka is a boy? Yes, Luka is a boy. An extremely feminine-looking boy. So when we changed him into a girl, he literally just looked the same. Seemingly, the only difference was down there. Although I guess she looked a little bit different when we were older and married with a kid. I'm assuming that when he gets older, he'll look different from that. I was deceived by appearances? Yeah. Yeah, Luka's very androgynous. Very androgynous. However, he'll never speak honestly about those feelings. This is what Lukako decided for himself. It would be wrong to pry any further. Maybe I'm just running away. Maybe I should pry, force him to confront his feelings. I don't know. It really depends. There are times where that might be a good thing, and there are times where it's not. And you won't know until you try it. But I'm not strong enough to accept the consequences. Yeah. I'll just end up hurting Lukako.
ありがとう。お前は
Thanks. You are my
これからもずっ
disciple,
と
now and
俺
forever.
の弟子でいてほしい。
Agreed?
あ、はい
Eh,
もちろんです
Of course I am. I look away, unable to bear his shy smile. The world line has changed. Lukako is a guy again. Which means the IBN 5100 should be here at the shrine. On the previous world line, girl Lukako broke the IBN 5100 while cleaning the storehouse. But guy Lukako didn't clean the storehouse. He never broke the IBN 5100. Right, but we didn't go lower, we went higher on the number. We went 0.5. So this is very much not getting closer to the original word line we were on. That we originally started from. It's 6:46 p.m. Judging by past experience, it is very likely that I've averted Mayuri's death for today. But just in case, I should get back to the lab within the hour.
ルカコ、お前は
Lukako,
去年
do you remember breaking an old computer in the shrine
古い
storehouse
パ
last
ソコン
year?
を壊した覚えがあるか。
古いパソコンですか
An old computer?
そんなもの
No, I
うちには
don't
な
remember
かった
anything
気が
like
します
that.
けど僕パソコンはよくわからなくて
I don't really
ろ
understand
くに触っ
computers.
たこともないん
I
です
haven't played with them much. When Lukako was a girl, she trembled when I asked her the same question. And then she forced a smile, as if to avoid admitting that she broke the computer. So she didn't break it this time. But he's not trembling. I mean, he didn't break it this time. Lukako honestly doesn't know.
父上に会わせてくれ。
Go get your father for me. I asked Lukako to fetch his father for me, so I can ask him whether or not the IBN 5100 was in the storehouse.
古いパソコン
An old computer?
確かに
Yes,
そんな
I
記憶
do
があります
remember.
ね見てきましょうちょっと
I'll
待
go
っていてく
check.
ださい
Please wait a moment. He heads into the storeroom, out back. just like on the previous world line. So what's about to happen? But on the previous world line, the IBN 5100 was no longer in the storehouse, since girl Lukako had secretly moved it. How will it turn out this time? Luca's dad returns after about 10 minutes. His expression is grave. Well, didn't work. As soon as it said 10 minutes, I knew. So what happened this time? Because Lukako didn't know anything about it, supposedly. That's all the answer I need. Nothing has changed.
見つかりません。なくなっています。
It's gone. I couldn't find it anywhere. I quickly glance at Lukako's face. Blank. He doesn't seem to know anything. Lukako is innocent. I'm sure of it.
倉庫の鍵が壊されていました。
Oh, someone broke in this
か
time.
もしれません。
The lock to the storehouse was broken. Someone may have stolen it.
持ち去った。
Stolen it? It didn't disappear? A thief took it?
重いものを引きずったような跡がありました。年末に大掃除を
There's
した
evidence
時
someone
には
dragged something heavy
あんな
away.
跡はありません
I
でしたし
wasn't there at the end of the year
鍵
cleaning.
も1ヶ月ほ
The
ど
lock
前
wasn't
に
broken when I
た
checked
ま
last
たま確
month.
認した時は壊されていませんでした。
So it was probably a shining finger, right? Maybe?
まさか泥棒に入られると
I never expected a thief would break in.
じゃあ警察に
Then
届けないと。
shouldn't we report it to the police? While they discuss what to do, I sigh and consider the situation.
倉庫にないと意味がないんだ。
This isn't going to work. The IBN 5100 is still without of reach. There are only 2 D-mails left to cancel. Something tells me that if I cancel just one more, I can get back the IBN 5100. But which one? I think you know.
岡部さん、
Um,
なんだかよくわからないですけど。
I don't really understand,
気
but
を
please don't be
落とさない
sad.
でください。そんなことどうでもいい。
Just
もう
go.
精神
It matters not. Like you always do. I chuckle. Lukako's so adorable when he's trying to cheer me up. But he's a guy. We got married and had a child. But he's a guy.
その言葉、使い方が間違っているぞ。
You're using that phrase wrong, you know. I wave goodbye and leave the shrine. Two D-mails remain. First, the one I sent to myself with the winning lotto 6 numbers. I don't think that one matters. That one should be easy to cancel. The problem is the other one. The one sent by someone I wish I could forget. Kiryu Moeka. I know the gist of her D-mail, since she sent it as part of our early experiments. I'm pretty sure she lied, because you know what her skill is. Also, I need some water. When Moeka asked to send a D-mail, I agreed under 2 conditions. First, make the content simple enough that the D-mail's effects would be obvious. Second, make the contents public to all lab members. Yeah, I don't think she did that. I think that one was a lie. Moeka ended up sending a D-mail to prevent herself from buying a new phone a few days prior. The D-mail was sent to July 31st, an easy date to remember. The question is how it relates to the theft of the IBN 5100. It must be the butterfly effect, as it was with Lukako's D-mail. This time, however, I will not hesitate to do what is necessary. We'll see about that, because you know she's going to get a happy ending. And technically, She's kind of my second best girl. Suzu was the first. Kiryu is kind of the second. I'm a sucker for glasses. Kiryu Moeka does not deserve my sympathy. That woman and her men have killed Mayuri more times than I can bear to remember. I will show her no mercy. And we'll see about that. There's just one problem. The cancellation D-mail needs to be sent from Moeka's own phone. I don't think a message from me telling her not to change phones would sway Moeka's intentions in the slightest. I need her phone, but I don't know where to find her. What do I do? I return to the lab and set things up so I can time leap at a moment's notice. Fortunately, that isn't necessary.
Phew! I'm stuffed. I barely ate today, so I was hungry.
I don't know if that's true, with that black hole in her stomach. Is there more tomorrow?
Yeah, and the day after too.
Mayuri just got back from Kamima 30 minutes ago. She and Kurisu, who stayed behind at the lab, have just finished eating cup noodles. It's already past 8, and so far, nothing has happened. Mayuri is still alive. Going by the pattern, her death has probably been postponed until about this time tomorrow. Which is kind of a strange detail, but okay. Is this the will of some higher being? God? Fate? The universe itself? Or is it merely coincidence? That doesn't matter now.
Okie dokie. Mayushi's got an early day tomorrow, so I'm going home.
Mayuri takes a big stretch and starts getting ready to go home. She's been up since 5 this morning. Looks like she plans to wake up early tomorrow, too. That reminds me. I haven't seen Daru at all. He's fighting in the Kamima Holy War, too. So that doesn't surprise me. Busy checking his spoils, I guess.
Hey guys, why don't you come too?
I'll pass. But my assistant looks like she wants to go.
What?
Kurisu jumps up at my answer.
Hey, don't put words in my mouth.
I saw your eyes sparkling while you listened to Mayuri's cosplay stories.
Maybe, but nobody said anything about going. Come on, Chris-chan.
I know that Kurisu is an at-chandler, but is she an otaku? Not all at-chandlers are otaku, but she has often hinted at an interest in cosplay.
No way. I'd suffocate in a crowd like that. It's not as crowded on day 2. If you're worried, come in the afternoon. All the popular stuff will be sold out, though. You go, Okabe. You're Mayuri's guardian, aren't you? I'm her kidnapper. She's my prisoner, my hostage. Yeah. No, Mayushi is Okarine's hostage.
Oh, right. That's what it was.
Well, you don't want your hostage to escape, do you? Shouldn't you take her along in handcuffs or something?
Okay, that would make it seem bad in a perverted way. So no. I've got business in Akaba.
What do you mean, business?
The search for Kiryu Moeka. I already sent her an email. We need to talk. And now I'm awaiting her reply. Hi. Something tells me it's not going to go well. It's not going to work.
無言ってことは単に行きたくないだけか。
No answer. I guess it was just an excuse.
クリスティーナ、
Christina,
話がある。
we need to talk.
また
Again,
相変わらず唐突ね。
abrupt as usual.
またとはどう
What do you mean, again?
別に。
Nothing.
話って何？
No, not nothing. I want to know.
What you gonna talk about?
あのね、最近
You two have been really close lately, huh? You're always talking together.
いつも二人で話し込んでるもん。
I feel like Mayuri's happy no matter who I end up with.
まゆしも秘密の
Mayushi really wants to join in on your secret meetings and stuff.
いっぱいです。
タイムリープマシンについての協議をしている。
Don't worry. We've been talking about the time leap machine. It would just be gibberish to you. Let me drink some water. And right as I look over to OBS, fire in the hole, launch an army of clone of Cairo with TNT strapped on towards Cairo's library as a kamikaze attack. I need to build a dummy library to protect my actual one. Welcome in, Shiro. How are you today? Not entirely accurate, but not a lie either. Besides, the purpose of this particular discussion is to convince Christina to attend Kamima. Prepare for good news, Mayuri. You can't hide from me, Karo. What do you mean you approve? As if the creepers weren't bad enough, let's be honest.
Oh, great!
ありがとね。
Thanks, Ocarine.
Mayuri waits in the lab as I take Karisu outside.
というわけで、クリスティーナ。
Idea? Oh no. This is either a terrifying idea or a W. Or both. Overcharge the... Okay, it's terrifying. So, Christina.
コミマに行くつもりはないから。
I'm not going to Kamima.
お前さっき、
You said again, just now.
ここでこうして
We've talked like this before. Just the two of us?
ということで、
ついに記憶に錯乱が見られるようになったか。狂気のマッドサイエン
When you say creeper, I got that. Yeah, I realized that. The overcharged creepers. Oh no. Losing your memory now? Does our little mad scientist have a... I have no idea how to say this. Ace Choline? Choline? Ace Choline? I have no idea. Ace Trill? Till? Maybe it's like Till, like an I? Ace Till Choline? Deficiency?
真面目に答えろ。
I'm being serious.
あんた
You're acting weird today. What's going on?
頼む。答えてくれ。
Please. I need to know.
答えるも何も。
I mean,
岡部が
yeah.
さっき言った通りよ。
This is like the 5th time you've brought me outside to talk about the time leap machine.
二人でタイムリープマシンをどうするかについて話。
俺がタイムリープ
Just
してい
imagine?
ることについては。
Just imagine what? The destruction it could cause? At least we're not talking about mods. 'Cause there are some mods that could do so much worse. Have we talked about my time leaping? For an instant, Karisu opens her eyes wide in surprise. But then, she gives me an angry glare. Me in a scientist outfit with tubes of clones of Karo in the background. I can imagine that. Honestly, someone should draw you in a lab coat. But then, she gives me an angry glare.
してるの？
You're time leaping. I nod.
かれこれ10回以上だ。
More than a dozen times already. What? Well, more than that.
そんなに？
That many?
何勝手な真似してん
The
の
hell
よ。
are you doing? Looks like she doesn't know anything about Lukako, or my shifting between world lines. But that's only natural. So far, I've changed world lines a total of 3 times. Let's call the first world line where Mayuri died Alpha 1. The world line where Ferris and I fought the viral attackers is Alpha 2. The world line where I dated girl Lukako is Alpha 3. And now I'm on Alpha 4. Wouldn't it? Yeah, I guess it would be. From my perspective, Alpha 1, Alpha 2, and Alpha 3 were undone by my D-mails. But for Kurisu and everyone else on Alpha 4, those world lines were nothing but separate, intangible possibilities to begin with. I guess I have to explain everything again. I sigh heavily, then begin.
おおむね把握した。
One moment. I think I get it. After I'm done, Kurisu sighs and lightly pats my arm.
あんまり無茶しない。
Don't wear yourself out.
上司
But that's it? That's all you have to say?
に励ま
Let me drink some water.
されるのは屈辱だな。
It's a disgrace to be comforted by my assistant.
なんで屈辱なのよ。
Why are you always
せっ
like
かく優し
that?
くしてやったのに。
I'm even trying to be nice.
いちいち
You're really full of yourself, you know.
同情などいらない。
I don't need your sympathy. Everything that happened is my
俺が起こし
fault.
たことだ。
I'm just getting what I deserve.
自業自得なんだ。
Who is based on Stein from Soul Eater? Who would be the crazy one? I feel like pretty much Rintaro would be the closest thing. He's almost got the looks and he's tall enough. But you, yes, I think you would definitely make a good Stein. I can definitely imagine you as Stein from Soul Eater. Wait, I already have... Oh, I didn't see that message. Wait, I already have Scientist Frankenstein model who is based on Stein from Soul Eater. I see. Well, that's perfect then, I guess.
って上司にこの話をするのは
Come to think of it, every time I explain this to you, I always end up hating myself in the
自
end.
虐的になるな。
岡部。
Okabe,
俺の心配より
don't worry about me. Worry about Mayuri.
おそらく前よりは明日
Mayuri will probably die tomorrow. I don't know how it will happen.
どんな死に方かはわからない。
If Mayuri stays away from the lab, she can probably avoid running into Moeka and her men. It doesn't matter though. She'll die all the same. All Alpha world lines converge on her death. Escaping the attractor field is the only way to save her.
お前には悪いと思うが明日
Sorry about this, but I want you to be there when she dies tomorrow night.
だからコミマに行け。
And that's why you want me to go to Kamiyama?
死は回避できない。
There's nothing we can do to prevent her death. Just stay close and tell me when it happens.
俺に連絡するだけでいい。お前からの連絡が来たら
Once I know,
タイムリープす
I'll
る。
make the time leap.
真由りが死ぬのが分かっていなが
I
ら
can't believe there's nothing we can do.
できないなんて全然実
3,
感が
2,
湧かない
1, so the ad should be done by now.
事実なんでしょうね
I even have a screw in my head. I guess you can say I have a screw loose. Yeah, definitely, 100%. And welcome back, Akemi. Thanks for your daily check-in. How did IKEA go? It just doesn't feel real. But it's the truth, isn't it? I can see it in your eyes.
大丈夫
Are you okay?
大丈夫じゃない。
No.
真由りを助けるた
I
めに
still haven't saved my...
真由りのこともそうだけど
I know. That's not what I meant. Kurisu interrupts me.
私が聞いたの
Hola? IKEA was
あんた
suffering?
のこと
No, not IKEA. There's no way you were suffering IKEA. They even made an amazing story about IKEA as an SCP, where everything is wonderful and there is no suffering. You get to live the happiness of IKEA forever. So agree? Okay, fine. I just don't like shopping. Honestly, well, I don't know. I like being there. I like malls and stuff. I like stores. Like I like walking around and having those kind of sights. The shopping is kind of neutral to me. What I don't like is if I'm at someone else's whim. Although to be fair, that someone else's whim is usually my family, and I don't like my family. Are you okay?
俺がどうしたって。
I don't follow.
あんまり気負いすぎない
You're carrying an awful burden. It's rare for her to look so concerned for me.
言っただろ。
I told you not to worry about me. It's Mayuri you need to worry about. If only... See, the problem is those endings are completely separate, so he doesn't know about those endings. Because if he did, he might not be so dense about her right now. And might realize that she likes him. She worries about you because she likes you.
俺は明日、桐生萌香を探す。
Tomorrow, I'm going to look for Moeka. If Mayuri doesn't die tomorrow, I can postpone the time leap. If Mayuri does die tomorrow, I'll return to the past no matter what.
できれば、
I wish there was some way that Mayuri wouldn't have to suffer.
だったら今からタイムリープ
Then
しちゃえば
why
いい
don't you time leap now? Just stopping by, gotta go. Alright. Thanks for stopping by, Kemi.
この世界線において、いつ
I
が
can't
デッドライ
plan
ン
effectively without knowing the deadline.
それを見極めておく。
こんなこと言うとなんだけど
I don't want to see Mayuri die either, you know.
真由りが死ぬ
気持ちはわかるが、頼める
I know how you feel. But you're the only one I can ask.
随分信用されてる
Where did all this trust come from?
何しろお前は
You're my
俺の
assistant,
助手
after
だから
all.
な。
Kurisu forces a laugh at my feeble attempt at a joke.
偉そう
You're so full of yourself. We have our plan. Kurisu will go to her first Kamima. Mayuri will be so delighted when I tell her the news. I haven't seen Mayuri all day. Oh, we're receiving mail? Should I save? Because I want to see what... Hang on. We don't really need that one, right? Yeah, this was just a random thing that I couldn't tell if it was story or not. It is not. from Mayuri and the assistants. I'm off. Morning, Ocarine. I'm heading off now. Cool. Join up with Mayuri. We're heading out to Ariake. Kinda excited. That's good to hear. Had no idea it would be this crowded. Save me. Good luck. I tricked her. I want to be with her, of course, but that's not possible. Moeka hasn't replied, which means I have to find her myself. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about her. My only clue is Arc Rewrite, the company Moeka supposedly worked at. I found it after a quick search online. Sure enough, their business is producing articles for PC magazines. Luckily, their office is in Akiba. I tried calling first, but it goes to voicemail. I guess they're still closed for the Aban holiday. Or maybe it's just bad time. Looks like I've got no choice but to visit them in person. It's the second day of Kamima, and Akiba is deserted. Most of the otaku are lined up at the big site right now. I've experienced the craze of Kamima several times firsthand. It's literal war. It scares me whenever Mayuri goes alone. I can't help but imagine her trampled by a horde of crazed otaku. But in reality, Mayuri's surprisingly quick and tough. I've seen her weave through crowds like you wouldn't believe. Karisu's the one more likely to get trampled. Good luck, Karisu. I can't help but feel sorry for her. Maybe it was wrong to ask her to go. I find the Arc Rewrite office in a fancy-looking building on the outskirts of Akiba. I take the elevator up, but there's nobody there. I lean against the wall and wait. After about 30 minutes, a man dressed in shirt and tie appears. I explain that I am a relative of Kiryu Moeka and ask for her contact info. But he gives an unexpected answer. Yeah, not unexpected to me. We don't have an employee by that name.
いない?
You don't? Damn. I've been tricked. I should have known better. Moeka is working for SERN. Of course her place of employment is fake. Is this the end of the line? Just as I'm about to turn around and leave, the man pounds his hand as if he remembered something.
いや、待った。確か2日だけ来て音信不通になった。
Are you serious, you idiot? Wait a second.
桐生って名前だった。
There was a girl who worked here just 2 days before disappearing. I think her name might have been Kiryu.
まだ履歴書残ってたかな。
We might still have her resume. I frantically bow my head and ask him to look for it. He's reluctant, but acquiescent. The address listed on the resume leads me to a beat-up old apartment. Not the sort of place you'd expect a single young woman to live. A regular one, maybe. One who works for SERN? As a rounder? Yes. I feel a strange unease as I approach the apartment. What if she doesn't live alone? What if she has her commandos? For some reason, there's a police car parked in front of the complex. Oh? A uniformed officer is standing out front. In one room on the second floor, room 202, Moeka's has a blue sheet covering the door. What's going on here? I walk up to the police officer.
すいません。
Excuse me.
あそこの部屋の人は
Did the person who lives there move?
あ？違うよ。
Huh? No.
じゃあ、
君、
Then,
関係者？
are you related?
知り合いです。
I knew her.
何も聞いてない。
You haven't heard? The police officer looks uncomfortable. Did someone die? Wait, did she take the place of someone actually named Kiryu? Is her name not actually... The bad feeling in my gut is getting worse.
何が起きたんですか？
What happened?
自殺だよ。
Suicide? Ooh, I'm starting to think she took someone's identity. Is she not actually Kiryu? Maybe she either found someone who was applying to the PC magazine's job to use as a perfect cover, or she just took someone's identity and then used that identity to apply. Suicide. What? Suicide? But why?
それはいつ？
When?
昨日だ。
Yesterday.
そんな。
No way.
ご遺体は近くの千代田第三病院。
They took her to Chiyoda 3rd Central
身
Hospital.
寄りが誰もいない
It
みたい
doesn't
で
look
ね
like she had any
思って
relatives.
たんだ。
We don't know who to
会いに
notify.
行ってやってくれないかな。
Will you go see the body? I bow my thanks and leave. She's dead? So she has no relatives. So that makes me think she stole someone's identity. Someone who wouldn't be missed. Moeka's dead? What's going on? It doesn't make sense. Although Moeka probably doesn't have relatives either, so maybe? Suicide? Moeka, who killed Mayuri in cold blood, committed suicide? Or is this part of the conspiracy? Could her own men have killed her, then made it look like a suicide? If she didn't, the timeline keeps getting pushed by a day for Mayuri's death. Now it's been pushed by like, what, 2 days now? At least, if not like 3, I think 2 to 3 days. Could Kiryu have been seen as failing her job and got killed for it? Today is the 16th. On Worldline Alpha 1, Moeka raided the lab on the 13th, so 3 days. 3 days have passed since then. Each time I change world lines, Mayuri's death gets pushed back 1 day. So does Moeka's raid. It hasn't happened yet on this world line. So why did she die? I don't get it. This is the first time this has happened. How should I deal with this? What should I do? I squat on the ground and cradle my head in confusion. If Moeka is dead, maybe Mayuri doesn't have to die. You know that's not the truth. You know it doesn't work like that. No, I don't think convergence is that kind. Fate demands Mayuri's death. Whenever I try to stop it, something interferes. True, I'm the one who meddled with the timeline, but haven't I paid the price already? How did this all happen? A few weeks ago, I was just a college student with a severe case of Chunibiyu. Not even. Technically, you were just faking it the whole time because of Mayuri. I guess at some point it sort of became real. You just became that committed to it, but still. Save for Mayuri's grandmother. I had never experienced the death of anyone close to me. Death had no place in my life. But how many times have I faced death these past 3 days? More, when you count the loops I've made. If you only know how many more it actually was, my heart can't take it anymore. I don't know how much longer I can go on. One more. Just one more D-mail to cancel. If I can just get my hands on Moeka's phone, time leap. Moeka died yesterday around noon. Watch him bump into a completely different woman. I can go back to before that happened. The reason she died isn't important. Whether Mayuri's murderer kills herself is of no concern to me. I just need to cancel that D-mail. Upon returning to the lab, I casually look up at the second floor window. And what I see shocks me to my core. Is it Kiryu? Oh, that's worse. Wait a minute. Electrical discharge? Someone is using the time leap machine? Oh, hang on, one moment. Okay. Who? Mayuri and Daru should be at Kamima. Not even Kurisu should be here. I asked her to escort Mayuri yesterday. Besides, she's against changing the past. So who? The building shakes. The vibration reaches the street. The only one it could be has to be Kiryu, because Suzu's gone. And Luca no longer remembers anything. Luca was never privy to the information in the first place until until the last world line. I can't let this happen. The timeline mustn't be tampered with again. I need to stop it now. I race up the stairs to the lab. By the time I get there, the shaking has stopped. Nothing changed? We're still in this location. I quietly peek into the development room. Nobody's there. The door was unlocked. Anyone could have walked right in. How could we be so careless? Was it unlocked or was it picked? The time leap machine is still faintly warm. So somebody did use it. Who? Did they time leap? This is the first time someone else has used the time leap machine. In this world line it is, yeah. Just to make sure, I checked the X68000. As expected, the history's been erased. The same thing happens when we send a D-mail. There's nothing I can do about this. It worries me, but I have to focus on Moeka. I set up the time leap machine. The maximum leap time is 48 hours. To leap more than that, you need to leap 48 hours and then leap again. The 42-inch CRT is on downstairs. That's plain as day, since the discharge phenomenon just occurred. I put on the headgear. Preparations complete. Should I really leap now? Oh, we get a choice. Okay, so this one doesn't matter. So overwrite that, and then this is where it matters. I'm not gonna leap. Don't be ridiculous. Of course I should. Not. Just a little more, and I can save Mayuri once and for all. Nah. I know what will happen if I don't leap now. But what will happen if we don't? Mayuri will die, and I will taste that pain and despair once again. And then, I will leap. It's the same either way. True, so stay here. I close my phone. There's no need to rush. Calm down. I can endure the pain, if need be. I should exploit my one advantage, the time leap machine, to the fullest extent possible. That means knowing exactly when Mayuri will die. The pattern suggests that Mayuri's death should happen around 7 or 8 tonight. But things are a little different this time. Moeka killed herself before Mayuri was scheduled to die. How much influence will that have on convergence? There's a chance Mayuri won't die. We might already have won. Nah, unfortunately it won't be that easy. In that case, I shouldn't waste my effort time leaping. I have no obligation to save Moeka. I'll wait until Kurisu contacts me. It's 12:30 now. There are still about 7 hours left. I hear nothing but the slow, steady tick of the clock. The sound is echoing inside my head. Even if I plug my ears, it doesn't stop. So maybe watch some TV? I spent several hours searching for the IBN 5100, but as expected, I found nothing. I still can't imagine how Moeka's D-mail affected the computer's whereabouts. What does her phone model have to do with anything? Again, you're forgetting her ability to type super fast. She clearly showed you what you wanted her to type, and then when she took it away from you, deleted it and changed it. There's no way she sent what she said she was going to send. Does keeping the same phone somehow tell her that there's an IBN 5100 at Yanabaashi Shrine? That doesn't make sense. Even the butterfly effect must have limits. But on the other hand, truth is often stranger than fiction. Sometimes the simplest things have consequences that no one could ever imagine. So I can't rule it out entirely either.
結局
In other
何も
words,
わからないということ
I
か。
have nothing. I twist my lips into a sneer of self-mockery. It's 7:46 p.m., the moment of truth. Please don't hear the phone ring. Don't you do it. Don't you ring my phone. It will happen, but if Mayuri is indeed fated to die today, I should be hearing from Kurisu soon. Hey, Dino. Welcome in. Thanks for your daily check-in. How are you today, Dino? Let me drink some water. Hello, hello. Doing good, that's good. I'm also doing good today. I hope nothing happens. All that I ask is to hear Mayuri's voice. To know, once and for all, that she is safe. An artificial melody cuts through the silence of the lab. My phone is ringing. There's only one thing that can mean. Mayuri is dead. Are you not going to pick it up? Just in case he doesn't pick it up. I assume he's going to, but just in case he doesn't. For all my wishful thinking, I never really doubted this was going to happen. There's no need to confirm what I already know. Just as I thought, Mayuri is doomed to die on this world line. Okay, in that case, I'm picking it up. Oh, I can't. I missed my chance to pick it up. Silently, I apologize to Kurisu for forcing her to watch it happen. As expected, the deadline is around 8 p.m. on the 16th. Unless I change the world line before the time limit, Mayuri will die. I'm kind of tempted to immediately go back to that save and pick it up. Oh, wait, did I save after the red, or did I say? Oh, wait a minute. When did I save? I already forget. Unless I change the world line before the time limit, Mayuri will die. I put on the headgear and activate the time leap machine. After starting, I must obtain Moeka's phone, no matter what it takes. Oh, it's got the thing again. Wait, so I can choose to not go. Let me save here as well. Let me save there. And actually, real quick, let me double check where I saved. Did I save when it was red? I saved after. I'm an idiot. Well, that save is useless to me. I have this at least. I can get to this from here. It'll take 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. It'll take... Why did I say it'd take 5 minutes? What I meant was, the fact that it only took 5 minutes means I should get there in like 30 seconds. I must obtain Moeka's phone, no matter what it takes. Oh, okay, this is one of the story ones. We have no choice in this one. I make several consecutive leaps to travel back to the 11th. When I arrive, it's just past 8 p.m.
出かけてくれ。
I'm heading out. I leave the lab without waiting for the others to respond. I head to Moeka's ratty apartment. There's no sign of the police this time. Moeka's suicide won't happen for another 4 days. Who are we about to meet, though? I run up to the iron stairs and stand in front of the door to Unit 202. The lights aren't on inside. I start getting anxious. Maybe she's not here. There's no intercom, so I reluctantly knock on the door. No reply. I try again with the same result. Damn. Might as well try the doorknob. It's unlocked. That's not a good thing. I take a deep breath. This could be a trap. Remember, we're not dealing with an ordinary person. Moeka is a rounder, an agent of SERN. If I die here, what will happen to Mayuri? Will Kurisu or Daru use the time leap machine to save her? I feel like us being alive to use the time leap is also part of convergence, thankfully. I need to be careful. But at the same time, I can't save Mayuri by doing nothing. So I steel myself, open the door, and peek inside. The apartment is dark, too dark to see. But I feel someone's presence. I step inside. The apartment is practically empty. Minimal furnishings. Only the barest necessities of life. Well, that does sound like that could be Kiryu. But there, by the window, is a figure in the moonlight. Oh, it is her. A woman is sitting on the floor, her head bowed. There's no one else here. I approach the woman and stare down at her, gritting my teeth in a desperate effort to maintain control. Ever since the first time she killed Mayuri, I've tried my best to avoid thinking about this woman. But now, I have no choice. I can't accomplish my goal until I have the answers I need from her. I must obtain the IBN 5100 to escape the Alpha Attractor Field and rescue Mayuri.
Kiryu Moeka.
Kiryu Moeka. I had another name for her once. It hurts to remember. I force it to the back of my mind. Mean shining finger?
起きているか?
Can you hear me? Moeka's fingers twitch. She sluggishly lifts her head. But she doesn't look up. She stares at my feet instead. Oh, it's been so long. What was her voice? It was like, who? She finally speaks in a frail voice. Moeka has always had trouble speaking, but it seems especially severe today. I notice her hair and clothes are disheveled. She looks awful, though I suppose that's no surprise, given that she kills herself in 4 days. FB, is it you? FB? I've heard that name before. If I'm not mistaken, that's her superior's code name. Why won't you contact me? I did everything you told me to. The phone in Moeka's hand glows faintly. She's still clinging to it, I see. Did I do something wrong? I'll fix it. I promise. Just don't abandon me. I'll do anything for you, FB. Please, answer me. Give me orders. I'll obey. Tell me what to do. Tell me. Tell me. I'm at a loss for words. I wasn't expecting to find her in such a miserable state. She was so cold, so calm when she killed Mayuri. It's like she's a different person now. Is this another effect of the world line change? No, not really. That was her doing her job. But it's only been a week since she sent her D-mail. How could she have changed so much? I get on my knees and shake Moeka by the shoulders. Hey, can you hear me? Hey! FB, why? Why won't you answer? Kiryu Moeka! Hey! It's me! Okabe! No response. Moeka just keeps crying and mumbling to herself. I shake harder, but she doesn't react. She doesn't even resist. Looking down, I notice that she's typing rapidly on her phone. Are you texting us again? Bewildered, I look at the screen. Oh no, she's just... okay. Well, she got it bad. What the... What happened to Moeka? From what little I understand, it sounds like she's lost contact with her supervisor, FB. But I don't understand how that could turn Moeka into such a wreck. It feels like that's probably the closest thing she has to like a parent figure, probably. Like a father figure, if they're even male. Oh, hydrate? I need to grab a new bottle. Because I'm assuming the Rounders are probably made up of, like, probably orphans that they grabbed somewhere. Or kidnapped, either way. Like, maybe they kidnapped them from families. And then raised them up to be their little assassin lapdogs. Their little computer hunting dogs, because the Rounders are supposed to get the IBNs. By any means necessary, so... I'm assuming FB probably sort of raised her from afar through these messages. Because she doesn't even know who they are. It doesn't matter. I don't care what happens to her. I'm here for one thing. Recalling my purpose. I reach for Moeka's phone. No! Did you just slap me? A sharp crack echoes through the room. Moeka slapped my hand away. It didn't hurt, but her reaction was lightning quick. Well, yeah, have you seen how you call her shining finger? She types super fast. Your title can be interpreted dirty. Let's have a happy end. Okay, Kai. Okay, Kai. Now Moeka curls up into a ball, hugging the phone tightly to her chest. It was like this from the moment I met her. She never let go of her phone, not even for a second, as if it were the only thing keeping her alive. Sorry, tired brain sees what it wants to see? I mean, true. Fair. No mails. No mails.
FB とかいうやつからか。
You mean from FB? No mails. I make several more attempts to take her phone, while she babbles incoherently, but she just slaps my hand away each time. Next, I try persuasion. I promise to help her search for FB if she lends me her phone. It's a lie, of course. Though come to think of it, I would like a piece of FB too. But that can wait until after I've saved my Yuri. I don't think that worked. But Moeka doesn't buy it. If, that is, she heard me at all. Damn it. We're not getting anywhere. Maybe I should take it from her by force. But what if she tries to kill me before I can send the D-mail? In her current state, she might not have the strength to retaliate. On the other hand, if she does retaliate, there's not much I can do against someone with a gun. What should I do? Her gun. Where would she keep it? I quickly scan the room, but there's no sign of it. Crap. That startled me. Could she have picked a worse time? Surely you're going to answer that, right? Let me save just in case. Let me not make the same mistake as last time. I don't need this anymore, but I'm going to save it down here just so I don't get mixed up. Could she have picked a worse time? I try again, this time asking nicely to borrow her phone. Moeka doesn't reply. She's staring at her phone. As she realizes that it's not her phone ringing, I see fresh tears pool in her eyes. She hangs her head. Why won't you respond, FB? You're the one who recruited me. Moeka starts typing yet another mail. I guess she really doesn't recognize me. This is frustrating. Why is she acting like the victim here? Does she think she's a tragic heroine? Does she think she deserves sympathy? She's not the tragic heroine, she's the tragic villain. Or at least the tragic minion. You don't have the right to be so weak. It's Mayuri who deserves sympathy, not you. She died countless times because of you. Murderer. I swallow the word before it passes my lips. Damn it. I check my phone. It's Kurisu calling. I stand up and move to the entrance, where I can take the call without leaving Moeka out of my sight. Hello? Finally. Where are you? You promised you'd help us with the phone wave, remember? Or is your lab mem number just for show? Get
今
Daru
日
to
はそれど
help.
ころじゃない。
I can't do it today.
一体何してんのよ。
What are you doing?
そこどこ？
Where are you?
桐生萌香のアパートにいる。
Kiryu Moeka's apartment.
やっぱり女か。
So you are with a woman. You're the worst.
The hell you on about, woman? Has she not met Moeka on this world line? Has she not? I quickly give Kurisu a simplified version of the usual explanation. Kurisu listens attentively, as she always does. Maybe she's more considerate than I give her credit for. As soon as I finish, Kurisu gives it to me straight.
強引に奪うしかないわね。
You have to take it from her by force.
過激だな。
You've seen too many Hollywood movies.
相手はセルンの関係者。
You're up against an agent of
遠慮
SERN.
してたらこっち
Play
でやれる
nice
か
and
も
you
しれ
could
ない
end up dead.
True. Although, fate might be on our side when it comes to our own life.
迷ってる場合じゃないでしょ。
Although it does get us
それ
beat
で
up
セルンを救え
sometimes.
るんだから。
Don't hesitate. Remember, you're doing this to save Mayuri.
あんたはひょろひょろで頼りなさそうだけど。
I know you're pretty weak and scrawny,
今なら
but you should be able to handle her in her current state.
Well, thanks. So glad you're what's the word? So glad you believe in us right now. I can't remember the word I was going for. Gee, thanks. At least she's not beating around the bush. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Suddenly, she lowers her voice.
You might think I'm a monster for saying this. Not that I care what you think, but
でもいいけど殺してでも。
kill her if you have to.
今、お前の人格を疑った。
You're a monster. Even though you agree with her? Let's be real. You know you've wanted to kill her multiple times.
だが、偽善ぶり
But you're not a
好きだぞ
hypocrite. And that's what I love about you, Christina.
好きってちょっと
See, I knew she was going to react like that after he said he loved her. Or at least indirectly said he loved her. Loved that about her.
Love?
What's the matter with her now?
事実の一端までだ。
I mean it.
俺なんかよりもよっ
I
ぽど
wish my
急ぎ
conviction were as strong as yours.
どうも。
Well, thanks.
で、意図を聞かせ
But
て。
that's not all, right?
殺すことも
There's a
やめなし
reason you're
考え
willing
る
to
理由が
suggest murder as an option.
お前の中にある。
How did you reach that
そうだ
conclusion?
ろ。
よかった。それなりに
Good.
冷静ね。
You're still thinking.
あんたの話が本当
I can't be certain whether your story is true, and I don't quite understand this attractor field hypothesis.
私はまだそれでもあんた
But based on what you've told me,
桐生って人が
if this Kiryu woman commits suicide 4 days from now,
彼女には
then that means her death flag is already active.
推論がない。世界が
In other
彼
words,
女の死を
this world line has
承認
approved her
している
death.
ところね。
True, but is killing her early a good idea?
因果が収束するなら
On previous world lines where that wasn't the case, you probably couldn't have killed her even if you tried.
何らかの邪魔が
Something would have happened to prevent it.
あるいは殺した瞬間
Or
に
possibly,
世界
killing her would have caused a dramatic shift in world line divergence.
でもこの世界
But on this specific world line, her death is already certain.
Hi, Spicy. Welcome in.
これまでに何度もマユリの死を
How are you today, Spicy?
あるはず重要なのは死んだという
As you've experienced with Mayuri's death, the result is what matters, not the process.
それと同じで桐生って人の死に方は
I believe the same applies to Kiryu. It doesn't matter how she dies.
In other words, I can kill her instead of letting her commit suicide.
死が決まっている
She's already going to
から
die.
構わないか。
So that makes it okay.
まるで殺人
That's the
犯
kind of
の
argument a
ような
murderer
人
would
だ
make. True. You're good? That's good to hear, Spicy. I hope you had a good stream. I did lurk earlier. I've just been lurking the last couple streams.
Don't be a hypocrite. We're not talking about right and wrong here, Okabe.
She's forgiving as always. She's unforgiving as always. But it actually feels nice to speak frankly like this.
だが法律はどうする?
But what about the law?
世界がそれを
Even
許
if
して
fate forgives me, society won't.
タイムリープマシンがある限り
As long as you have the time leap machine, you can undo anything, even murder.
全てなかったことに岡部は誰も
Stream was good, very chill, that's good to
必
hear.
要な情報だけを入手したっていう結果だけが残るわけ。
The result will be that you gain the necessary information without killing anybody.
把握した。
I understand.
ただ
Just remember one thing. You're responsible for what you do.
自己責
Oh,
任
I remember that. Trust me.
これだけ好き放題言ってる私は
I guess that's quite a thing for me to say, huh? After telling you to kill her.
問題ない。
It's fine.
実にマッドサイエンティスト的な意見だ。
Your advice was truly becoming of a mad scientist.
さっさと型をつけなさい。じゃあね
Get it done. Okabe. Bye. She hangs up without another word. Strangely, I find Karisu's harsh tone encouraging.
お前は司令官かよ。
Who does she think she is? A general? I manage to smirk as I close my phone. Did you keep your eyes on Kiryu the whole time? Yeah, it doesn't matter. She's still just there. Moeka is still sitting on the floor. Kill her if you have to, Karisu said. Hydrate again? Alright. Thank you, Kai. Moeka did the same to us. She doesn't deserve mercy. Kill her or let her live. It's my choice. My responsibility. Even after I undo the murder, the memory of my crime will remain with me. That sin, that guilt, I'll have to carry that weight. I mustn't ever forget. That's what Kirisu meant when she spoke of responsibility. Murder is unforgivable, no matter the circumstances. Can you understand that, Kiryu Moeka? I searched for Moeka's phone. This time there's no hesitation. No. Moeka resists. I grab her slender hand and pin it to the window. The glass rattles from this force, but thankfully doesn't break. You know, they're surely neighbors, right? With my other hand, I pry the phone away from Moeka's chest. Up, she punched us. Oh no, she kicked us. She drives her foot straight into my solar plexus. The breath explodes from my lungs. I gasp for air. In a fit of anger, I raise my hand to strike. But at the last moment, I hesitate. Damn. What happened to killing her if I have to? I know we're past the point of playing nice, but I've never hit a girl in my life. I don't consider myself a model gentleman or anything, but the idea that men aren't supposed to hit women is such a strong part of my common sense that it stayed my hand almost like instinct. I mean, same. So instead, I wrap my hand around Moeka's neck and squeeze. When she tries to kick me again, I pin her legs under my own. I squeeze harder. My fingers dig into her throat. She struggles for breath. I feel her throat moving as she gasps for air. I can finally see my reflection in her tear-reddened eyes.
やった。
Now I have your attention. Moeka is under control, but now I don't have a free hand to take her phone. If I loosen my grip on her throat, even slightly, it'll turn into a struggle again. Moeka is hiding her phone behind her back now. I need that phone. Should I let go of her hand should I let go of her hand or her neck?
携帯をよこせ。
Give me your phone. Moeka weakly shakes her head.
出ないと
If you don't, I'll kill you.
殺す。
I wonder if I even can. I can undo it with the time leap machine. It'll be the perfect crime. One that never happened. As far as we know, if parallel worlds don't exist. But still, do I really have it in me to murder someone? I don't know, but I have to try.
渡さないと。殺
Don't
す
want to murder second best girl. Even though I don't agree with all her actions and am unhappy with all that. Hand it over or I'll kill you. No words leave Moeka's lips. Just rough breathing. Stalemate. Neither of us shows the other any openings. We're practically motionless, but our breathing is ragged. It's taking all my strength just to pin her down. Our rough breathing echoes through the room. For a moment, it even seems to synchronize. This is getting me nowhere. I remove my hand from her neck, then use my entire left arm to pin her against the wall in a guillotine choke. She starts groaning in pain. My right hand has her left hand up against the glass. Now I pull her hand down and transfer it to the grip of my left hand. Now my right hand is free. I slide it behind her back and go searching for her phone. I have to lean in close to do this. Press my body up against hers. Pain explodes in my jaw. I lean back. Did she just headbutt us? Yeah, she did. Moeka is readying another headbutt. Yeah, we don't have much choice because she works for an organization that will kill us. She is an assassin. I put more strength into the guillotine choke to stop her. Moeka's face twists in pain and she struggles to escape my grasp. My guillotine choke seems to be working. She doesn't have the strength to resist. If I push any harder, she really might die. I push harder. Moeka writhes in pain. Tears fall from her eyes and drool from her mouth. I mean, if we can stop the moment she passes out, or we can resuscitate her. As her resistance weakens, my right hand finds Moeka's phone. She still has it in a tight grip, but I manage to tear it away. I quickly release Moeka and step away. She bends over and coughs violently, but still she reaches out to me with tears in her eyes. She gonna say FB again? She wants her phone back. I don't care. I look at the screen. It shows an email draft with a string of FBs entered. I clear the text and start typing a new mail. But her phone's different from mine, so I don't quite know how to use it. Let's see. Bina? What do you mean, Bina? Startled, I look up to see Moeka staggering to her feet. She's like a goddamn zombie. Hi, Sato. Morning. How are you today, Sato? I hope you're slowly feeling better. Or better yet, feeling better altogether. I quickly run outside and close the door behind me. Then I lean my entire body weight onto it, so she can't open it from the inside. We're making too much noise. The doorknob rattles as she tries to open the door. Then she starts pounding on the inside. It's a good thing doors in Japan open out. You wouldn't see this in a Hollywood movie. True. Anyway, I have her phone. Now I just need to pretend to be Moeka and send the cancellation D-mail. Moeka's changes to the past will be cancelled. The world line will change. The IBN 5100 will come back to me. And then we'll hack into SERN. Mission complete. Fate won't have Mayuri this time. Victory will be mine. What? Why are you calling? Oh, we're calling her to start it up. Right, I forgot. This is Makise. Get ready for a D-mail. Okay, but what's that noise? We didn't kill her. I'm having a little trouble here. So you didn't kill her. Good job. I tell her Moeka's address. It's ready. And Mayuri? Still here. She's at the Brawn 2 workshop trying to get the manager to turn on the CRT. You didn't tell her anything, did you? About her death? Of course not. Good. Don't hang up yet. I put my phone down and resume typing into Moeka's phone. This isn't gonna work. I'm like 99% sure that she changed her email from what she said it was gonna be. So this is not gonna work. And the fact that this is happening so quickly, it's not gonna work. A middle-aged lady comes out of the apartment next door. Our eyes meet, so I put on a forced smile. The lady grins mockingly before going back inside. Huh? What exchange did I just have? I wonder what she was thinking. Maybe she thought it was a lover's quarrel. Probably. Because we're logging her in the room, in her, clearly her own room. I'm assuming her neighbors know that this is her in her room. So she's clearly alive. So I guess she's not too worried about it. In the mail, I write, model change. Do it now. Before sold out. Moeka's D-mail said, don't change models. The desire for limited edition, hard to find products is hard-coded into Japanese DNA. Appealing to that instinct should work. The incessant pounding on the door grows louder. And now I hear groaning from the other side. I can't believe how persistent she is. Is her phone really that important to her? But I've already won. All I have to do is send the D-mail. I'll never forgive you, Moeka. But at least our relationship ends here. It's gonna be real awkward when nothing changes. Let this be the last time we meet. I raise the phone to eye level. I take a deep breath. It ends now. I press send. And nothing happens. Because she lied to you, dummy. Because she is shining fingered. No vertigo. No dizziness. Nothing. Actually, worse. Even if he was right and she actually did send that email, there's no way you typed in a way that she's gonna think it was her. I feel like she'd realize. Reading Steiner didn't activate. What? Why? Why didn't the world line change? Did the phone wave fail to function? No, it worked. You're just dumb. I bring my own phone back to my ear. Karisu is still on the line.
どうだ
Well,
送ったの？
and did you send it?
送った
Yes.
ちゃんと動作したの
Did it work?
こっちはちゃんと放電原子を確認した。
The discharge is occurring as normal.
正常に動作したんだな
So it worked, right?
間違いなく
Definitely.
世界線が変わらない
The world line didn't change. You mean it failed?
原因は
Why? Consider the possibilities. Please do. 1. She recognized that it wasn't from her. Or 2, which is the one I'm focused on, she didn't actually send the D-mail you think she did.
メールの文面では
Maybe the message wasn't enough to persuade Moeka to change models.
送り先の日付を間違えた可能性は？
Could we have sent it to the wrong date?
7月31日
It's July 31st. I'm sure of it.
リリウスとして最初に送った D メールの作戦時間を調べる。
Check when the original D-mail
使
arrived.
うとかで
Maybe her reaction will change if the new one arrives just after that.
臭いな
What a pain. The pounding on the door has ceased. Did she finally give up? We assume, and I probably think we assume correctly, that she should have a gun in there, right? She's not gonna go get the gun, is she? Or she's gonna find another way out, like through the window. No, she wouldn't give up. Does she plan to climb out the window and loop around? Maybe. Probably. But we're on the second floor. That would be quite a feat. Well, I think you forget who we're talking about. I should still have some time left.
何パターンかいろんな文章を送ってみて
Try sending different messages.
それで効果が出ないよう
If
に
that doesn't work,
こっちで
I'll adjust the
タイ
timer.
ムを微調整する。
助かるそっちの様子は
You're a
ミスター・
lifesaver.
ブラウンが乗り込んできてないか
What's going on there? Is Mr. Braun freaking out?
今下から怒鳴り声
I can hear him shouting from below.
と
Hashida and Mayuri are trying to calm him down. But who knows how long that'll last.
あまり余裕はないと思って
I don't think there's much time left. I put my phone into my pocket without hanging up. I changed the message and sent another D-mail. Okay, that is definitely not a message she would say. But still, nothing happens. I make another one. Send. No good. Why? What am I doing wrong? I'd like to ask Moeka, but if I go back inside now, she'll probably just attack me. Which reminds me, she's been awfully quiet. What is she doing now? Maybe she really did go out the window. There's no way she's inside curled up, is there? I look around. I don't see her anywhere. Think. Why didn't the D-mail work? I wipe the sweat from my brow. My entire body is soaked. It must be the adrenaline. What if Moeka changed addresses when she got a new phone? I take out my phone.
聞こえるか
Are you there?
まだ問題が
Still not working?
2回送り直したが今
I
回
tried 2 more times, but nothing. I frantically consider my options as I stare hard at Moeka's phone. The walkway is dim, but Moeka's gaudy purple phone shines in the faint light. Wait. I take another good look at the phone. Yes, this is the phone she said she wasn't going to change to. She lied about the D-mail. I knew it. She said that this phone was too gaudy and she didn't like it and regrets buying it, and that she was going to tell herself not to buy this phone. But look, lo and behold, she has the phone. So she lied. She used her skill of typing super, super fast to change the D-mail before she sent it. There's something wrong here. What is it? That you're literally holding the gaudy phone. Okabe, what's wrong? Gaudy purple. Latest model. Removable LCD screen. Model number GG01. My eyes tell me there's nothing wrong. I saw this phone when Moeka sent her D-mail, and many times before. She was never without it. It's the same. Nothing has changed. Nothing changed? Huh? What hasn't changed? Why hasn't it changed? Why is it the same as before Moeka sent her D-mail? Moeka's D-mail said, "Don't change models." She should have had a different phone when she sent it. But she didn't. It was the same phone I'm holding right now. There's only one explanation. She never changed models to begin with. No way. She lied to me. Moeka's D-mail wasn't about her phone. That explains how it affected the IBN 5100. It also explains why my cancellation D-mails aren't working. That sneaky little... The door violently shakes behind my back. Oh, she's still there? It's much stronger than before. She must be ramming something hard and heavy against the door. I quickly move away from the door. The door shakes open. I can see the frame starting to warp. She's crazy. I suppose I should be thankful she doesn't have a gun. But honestly, this is terrifying enough. It chills my blood to think of what her face must look like right now. I've never been the target of such single-minded obsession before. But unfortunately, I can't run away. I need to face Moeka again and wring the information out of her. Both Ferris and Lukako remembered their D-mails. With prodding, Moeka will remember too. I need that information. Technically, she should remember the email that was sent to her, even if she doesn't remember sending it. Because this is her from like a few months ago, right? Like with Lukako, it was to her mom, his mom, from 18 years ago. With Ferris, same thing. It was to Ferris's father way back then. Here, this is only a few months back. Well, if it even was a few months back, actually. Few months, a few weeks, whatever time she sent it to, she would remember. Crap. I don't want to go in there. My teeth are chattering. This is pathetic. I thought I'd won when I snatched her phone. But now my advantage is gone. Okabe? Okabe! Answer me! Christina. Oh, what's that pounding? Are you okay? Moeka's D-mail. Wasn't about a model exchange. What do you mean? She must have changed the text right before we sent it. That's why the cancellation mails aren't working. Did you check her history? It might still be there. See, I was thinking that, but I also thought she probably would have erased it. I mean, hopefully not. Her arrival history. Of course. Even if it's not in her sent history, it should still be in the arrival history. I glare at the purple phone in my hand. It's a good thing Moeka didn't change phones. Now I know exactly where the D-mail went.
うっかりしていた。調べてみ
I
る。
should have thought of that. Checking now. For a second there, I thought it would be easy. I should have known better. Moeka is not a casual phone user. Her mailbox has literally hundreds of entries over the last week. Almost all from FB. Oh god. Some of my mails are sprinkled in. I don't have time to search through each of these mails, even just the subject lines. Not to mention the pounding on the door is freaking me out.
クリスティーナ、少し手こずりそうだ。もし俺が
Christina.
失敗したら
You seem to be in a spot of trouble. If I fail, I'm leaving the rest to you.
バカも休み休み言いなさい。状況に
Don't be
よっては逃げる
ridiculous.
人も大事。
If you're in trouble, then get out of... I hang up. The lady next door comes out again, alarmed by the escalating noise. She glares at me. But when she sees the magnitude of the door's damage, the lady opens her eyes in shock and runs back inside. Pretty much the right call. I'm not leaning against the door anymore. Moeka could just open it, but she hasn't realized that. She's so fixated on getting her phone back, she'd destroy her own door. In any case, I don't have time to check her mail history, so run away. Take her phone with you. I put the phone into my pockets and move to the side of the door. I carefully grip the doorknob and wait for the interval between bangs. Now, I yank the door open. The coffee table flies out and smashes into the walkway railing. She was using the coffee table? Woman, you're insane.
岡部
Hi. What's up? So I need your help. Her screech raises hairs all over my body. She's standing in the entrance like a revenant at the gates of hell. I step back. My knees tremble. But then I remember what I'm here to do. I gather my resolve, enter the room, and close the door behind me. You're a brave, brave man. Or at least I try. The door's bent and won't fully close. So when you say coffee table, do you mean this one right here with the tea on it? Is that the table she used, or did she have another one? I give up on locking it. Give it back. Moeka glares at me, shaking with fury. First, I have to restrain her again. Good luck with that. This is a woman who would kill on command. Who would break her own door down just to retrieve her phone. It's too dangerous to let her be. I'm stronger. No, you're not. I just need to get her on the ground. There's no time. It's now or never. Crushing my fear, I charge Moeka at full speed. Our bodies collide. Moeka tries to twist away, but I grab her clothes and use my momentum to push her to the floor. The back of her head hits the floor. Her resistance weakens. She doesn't know how to break a fall. Some secret agent. I quickly straddle her waist. Now she's mine. Give it back! Moeka flails her arms and legs wildly. I should have known she wouldn't give up. Her fist strikes my jaw. Fortunately, Moeka is weak. The blow does little damage. I still need to stop her from struggling. First, her hands. I start with her left. I grab her wrist and pin it to the floor. A fist flies towards my face. It pops against my left eye, blanking my vision for a second. She seems to stop struggling for a moment. Her hand claws weakly at the air. But it turns out that she was reaching for my hair. She grabs it hard. I feel several strands tear free of my scalp. Well, it looks like we're gonna have that bald spot before we hit our 30s. I get a grip on Moeka's face and press her head against the floor. She tries to bite my fingers, so I pull my hand back. I grab the hand that's grabbing my hair and dig my nails into her wrist. But she still doesn't let go of my hair. All the while, her feet are pounding against my back. She's also trying to free her left hand. I can't take much more of this. Why you? I instinctively headbutt Moeka with all my strength. The sickening sound of bone against bone echoes inside my head. The impact makes me dizzy too, but I fight it. Moeka goes limp. An opening. Finally, I succeed at pinning down both her hands. Her glasses fell off at some point during the struggle. Her red, swollen eyes give her an even more demented look. They don't look that swollen in this art. There's an angry bump on her forehead where I headbutted her. I guess I kind of see that. That hurt, you crazy bitch! You... Okay, gross. She spits at me. I mean, it's kind of deserved, but it's deserved on both sides, no matter how you look at it. The lukewarm saliva hits my face. Ugh. I want to wipe it off, but my hands are full. Moeka glares at me. There are tears in her eyes. Perhaps from the pain. Eye contact. Good. We're making progress. You really had to say that, didn't you? Moeka breaks eye contact when I mention it. She stares at my pocket. She must have caught a glimpse of purple. I'm not giving it back. I smile scornfully. I'm not letting you escape into your own little world again. You don't have that right. Give it back. Come and get it. Moeka tries again to free her hands. I lean in harder to keep them pinned. My strength and position are superior, so Moeka accomplishes nothing. Next, she struggles to free her body. Same result. I clamp my thighs firmly around her hips and hold her down. She occasionally knees me in the back, but I can bear that pain. It's not enough to make me forfeit this position. I can keep this up as long as I have to. I'm pretty sure you can. She's trained, you're not. Good luck with this. Who's gonna tire out first? Moeka, without a doubt. I don't do sports or anything, so I'm not that strong. But I'm on top. I don't need to expend much energy to keep her pinned. That is true. Why did you take it? Give it back! Give it back! Keep screaming. She can scream and spit all she likes. Nothing will make me give up this position. I don't care about your phone issues. I don't care about FB. Moeka shakes her head violently. She's just wasting her energy. I maintain position and stare down at Moeka. You don't kill her on this world line. And the world lines where you did have already been erased. But I remember. I remember everything you did. Everything that never happened. I'll never forget that you killed Mayuri. And I'll never forgive you. So there's no escape for you today. We're gonna stay here as long as it takes. Until now, I've always run away from facing Moeka. But I can't do that on this world line. I have to know what her D-mail said. So let's be honest with each other, huh? Moeka is still struggling. Give it back! Give it back! Give it back! I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you! Let me go! I'll tear your fucking eyes out! So you can talk without your phone. I'm impressed. You piece of shit! I'll gut you with a kitchen knife! I'm a mad scientist. Dissection is my specialty. Die! Die! Help! I'm being raped! This woman's out of control. Does she want another headbutt that badly? Uh-oh. A knock sounds from the door. Moeka and I both look at the door in surprise. Hello? This is Nishida from next door. Is everything okay? Do you need the police? If not, then could you please keep it down? The walls here are pretty thin. Damn. I didn't think about that. Can't have her calling the police. She's about to scream that things are not okay, isn't she? There it is. He's gonna kill me! Moeka suddenly screams. No! Stop it! Don't kill me! You bitch. What now? Need to silence Moeka somehow. But I can't use either hand. There's only one way. You're not gonna... I think I know what he just did. Call the police! I suddenly press my lips against Moeka's. My loveless kiss shuts her up quite effectively. I lock eyes with her as well, trading glares in silence. Kids these days. I finally hear the neighbor's footsteps recede. Did you not hear what she said? You said the walls were thin. What a relief. Did she just... I feel a sharp pain on my lip. I instinctively jerk away. Blood drips from my mouth and lands on Moeka's neck. She bit me. Honestly, should have saw that coming. That escalated fast, it sure did. When I feel around my lip with the tip of my tongue, the taste of blood spreads out from the laceration. Hey, I mean, let's be glad he didn't try to use his tongue to do it. She might have bit off his whole tongue. Moeka breathes wildly as she glares at me with tearful eyes. Don't act like it's your first time. You're older than me, remember? Actually, it probably was. Since she's around her. You know, I said FB was a parent figure, but maybe she's in love with FB. Maybe she would have wanted to kiss FB if that's the case. She grimaces and looks away. Her pink lips glisten with saliva. I might find the sight alluring if the situation were different. Okay, yeah, we really needed that detail. Moeka turns her face away and looks up, through the open curtains, at the bright full moon outside the window. How much time has passed? It feels like it's already been dozens of hours. But it's still night outside, so it probably hasn't been more than 1 or 2. Moeka hasn't said a word since I kissed her. She hasn't tried to escape either. Her expression is blank. She's just staring off to the side. Is it safe? Is she docile now? What is she looking at? I follow her gaze. The only thing there is a half-empty bottle of water. Oh, did she just want us to look away? Uh-oh. Has she given up? Either way, I can't let my guard down. Maybe it's the stress, but it feels like my body is going numb. I've been drenched in sweat for a while now. I told you couldn't outlast her. This room has no air conditioning whatsoever. The heat is starting to get to me. I thought I'd had an overwhelming advantage in this position, but it's harder to maintain than I expected. Not only do I have to keep Moeka pinned, I also have to keep a close eye on her so she doesn't try anything. All Moeka has to do is lie there. She can rest and try again whenever she's ready. I was about to say that, actually. Will this last all night? At this rate, my strength might give out first. Fear mounts. If she escapes, she's going to try to kill me. She must have her gun somewhere, I'm sure. I considered calling Kurisu for help, but I can't use either hand, and I don't know what time it is. Damn. It's almost like I'm the one trapped. No. Stay positive. You can do this. Moeka's dependent on her phone. That's her weak point. If I keep her separated from her phone, then sooner or later, her will to resist would collapse. It's a matter of whose strength will fail first.
Okabe-kun.
Oh? Yes? Suddenly, Moeka calls my name.
どうしたら
What
して
do I have
くれる
to do? Now she's trying to ask nicely. Does this mean she's given up? This is what I was waiting for. Now I move in for the kill.
お前は
Do you remember sending a
D メ
D-mail?
ールを送ったことを覚えているか
D
D... what?
D メール
D-mail.
過去へ
An email that you send to the past.
お前は
You sent one to your own phone.
機種変更に関する
You led me
内容
to
だ
think it was about a
言っていた
phone model exchange. But you changed the text before you sent it. Her typing speed is
お
lightning
前は
fast.
俺たちの目をごま
It
か
would
し
have been easy for her to type a mere 36 characters while Daru and I were preoccupied with the phone wave, name subject to change.
その結果
I like how he's still committed to saying the parentheses. Even in this situation. Your D-mail changed the past.
お前は
Don't you remember?
覚えていないか
Normally, once the past changes, everything until that point is undone. But it should be possible to make Moeka remember, just as Ferris and Lukako did.
知らない
I don't know.
知らないんじゃない
You do know.
思い出していない
You just haven't remembered yet.
思い出せ
Remember. Remember, or else.
思い出さなければならない
Or else what? I don't know. This is just a tactic to put pressure on Moeka. I have another plan to make her remember. Oh hey, nice. 75% of the way there with the CGs. Moeka turns away again and bites her lip. Tears start falling from her eyes. I watch, never once taking my eyes off of her. I didn't notice before now, but her shirt must have become undone during the struggle. Stay focused. I can see the alluring curves of her collarbone, the skin of her large, pale breasts, a hint of sexy underwear. Her breasts heave with each painful breath. The base of her neck is stained with the blood from my lip. It's dry, like a scab. Bruh, stay focused. Normally, Moeka could be mistaken for an elegant, beautiful woman. But now she has large shadows under her eyes. Her skin is rough. Her face is pale. She looks more intoxicated than intoxicating. Her entire body reeks of death. She's clearly insane. This is the real Moeka. I wish I'd realized sooner. Yes and no.
本当に知らな
I
い
really don't know.
思い出せるな
If I could remember, I would.
らわからないわ
But I don't remember anything.
何のことなのか
Moeka's gaze shifts constantly, from me to the ceiling and then to the window. But her slow murmuring is evidence that she's almost beat. Just a little more, and her resistance will end.
だったら
Fine,
質問を変える
I'll change the question.
2週間ほど前
You received a strange email
奇妙なメールを
about 2 weeks
受け取った
ago.
はずだ
See, this is what I was saying earlier. Just ask her what the email said. Oh, hang on.
お前自身の携帯しかもそのメールは数日後の未来から送信され
It came from your own number, and it was dated several days in the future. Moeka's eyes open wide. Gotcha.
覚えがあるな
You remember.
そ
Good.
れがお前が送った
That was the D-mail.
内容を教えろ
What did it say?
教えたら
If I tell you,
携帯を返す
I'll return your phone. Well, thanks for following, producer Senpai? Senpai? Sorry, Senpai. Producer Senpai? The letters are real small on my second screen. May your life be as sweet as a slice of pie and a happy ending. True, but also weird to have that while this is going on. Thank you, Frosty. I'll return your phone.
くそ
Fuck you. She suddenly curses at me.
内容は
I won't
言え
tell you.
なぜだ
Why not?
ラウンダーに
It's my mission. Her mission? Recall what Moeka told me on a previous world line. The Rounder's mission is to find and acquire IBN 5100s. In that case,
IBN 5100
the IBN 5100. She fell into my trap. Her reflexive response was all I needed to see.
それに関することだな
It was about the IBN 5100.
どこまで知っている
How much do you know?
ないよ
質問をするのは俺だけだ
I'm asking the questions here.
いいから答えろ
Just answer.
言えない
I can't.
FB を
I won't
裏切る
betray
ことに
FB.
携帯よりも FB を選ぶの
So you're choosing FB over your
大した
phone.
忠誠心だな
How loyal. But Mayuri's fate hangs in the balance. I can't give up. Let me drink some water. Moeka still hasn't calmed down. She's been opening and closing her hands for a while now. She's not trying to escape my restraint. She's just twisting her body, licking her lips, shaking her head, and trying to brush the hair off her face. Oh, hydrate again. Thank you. Thank you, Hikari. It's like she's suffering from withdrawal without her phone. Soon, she won't have the mental fortitude to resist. If she won't talk now, then I'll just wait until she will.
携帯がないとそんなに苦痛か
Is it really that painful to not have your
なぜそ
phone?
こまで依存する
Why are you so dependent on it?
会話まともに
Didn't we already figure this out earlier? When you realized this and said you should have been more considerate of her? That was ages ago, though, to be fair. I can't talk to people.
今はしているではないか
You're talking right now, aren't you? And when she attacked the lab, she was leading a squad of hardened killers. That was her in job mode. But Moeka shakes her head violently.
メールまで
If I can't use mail,
私は
then I'll be
世界から
cut off from the
断
world.
絶してしまう
世界だと
What?
孤独な女
Are
を
you
気取って
fishing
い
for
るつもりか
sympathy? You're just afraid of being abandoned by the Rounders, aren't you?
ラウンダーから
違うラウ
No,
ンダーじゃなくて
not the Rounders. FB.
FB から見捨てられる
That's the same thing, isn't it? No, not in her mind.
だったら世界などと言うな
Then don't say the world.
の罪もない女の子を
I think
容赦
FB is her
なく殺した
world.
分際で
Facebook? Yeah. Every time I see that, I also think of Facebook.
世界から断絶させた分際で
Then don't say the world. You're the one who killed an innocent girl. You're the one who erased Mayuri from the world.
殺してない
I didn't kill her.
そう
Not on this world line, maybe. But on another world line. You came to steal our time
お前
machine.
はラウンダーとして
You killed her.
俺たちの
You
タイム
killed
マシンを
Mayuri.
奪おうとしたその時に
On the world line where I interrogated Moeka, she told me that Mayuri was expendable. It didn't matter to SERN whether she lived or died.
FB の 父なら
If FB told me to, then yes, I killed her.
と思う。
FB とは何者だ。
Who is
一
FB?
体どこにいる。
Where the hell is he? I asked her the same question back then, but another rounder appeared before she could answer. Something tells me she won't have backup this time. Unless fate says that she's not allowed to tell us. Moika's position in the rounders has changed.
言えない。
I can't tell you.
ならばいいことを教えてやる。
Then let me tell you something.
いいか。
Listen good. If you're holding out for
捕まっ
backup,
ている状況だ。
you can forget it.
助けを期待して、どうせ誰も助けない。
Nobody's coming to save you.
お前
The
は
pain and
絶望
despair
の
are
道
just going to get
一緒だった。
worse. And in 4 days,
4日後に
you'll
自殺
kill yourself. Moika seems startled by this. I go in for the kill.
俺は5日後から来た。
I came here from the future,
セルンが
using the
後ろ
time
に
machine
タイ
SERN
ムマ
wants
シン
so
を使ったな。
badly. That's how I know.
だから知っている。お前は
You kill
この
yourself in
部屋
this
に
room,
一人
all alone.
孤独にお前の大好きな FB は
Your
お前を
precious
助けない
FB doesn't save you.
ラウンダー
No one does.
セルン
Not the Rounders,
300
not
人
SERN
委員会もだ。
and not the Committee of 300.
どれだけメールしても
Your boss hasn't replied to your
上司からの
mails,
連
has
絡
he?
はないんだろ
You know why?
う。も
Because you've been abandoned.
う見捨てられているんだよ。
Moika's face contorts in despair. Once again, tears fall from her eyes. Guilt squeezes my heart. I know that I'm causing this woman pain. Inside of me, a voice whispers that it's nothing compared to what she did to Mayuri, that I have no reason to show mercy to a murderer. But at the same time, my conscience screams that it's wrong to hurt someone, no matter who they are or what they've done. Insane mad scientist, my ass. I'm afraid to hurt my mortal enemy. Well, she hasn't been our mortal enemy for a while, so... I'm nothing but a hypocrite.
FB をかばう必要はない。
FB doesn't deserve your
だから
loyalty.
それと話せ。
Tell me everything. I ignore the ache in my heart and push harder. But Moeka shakes her head violently.
FB は裏切らない。
FB wouldn't betray me. FB wouldn't abandon me.
だったらなぜ
Then why do you kill yourself in 4 days?
お前が私を殺すのよ。自殺に見せか
Are you insane, woman? You should know who you're talking to. You kill me and make it look like a suicide.
俺はそんなヘマはしない。
I wouldn't need to cover it up if I killed you.
俺が
I'd just undo your death with my
お
time
前
machine.
を殺した後でタイムリープする。
Also, what do you mean I would have already killed you
お前の
now?
死はなかった
I had my hand on your neck.
私は
FB から返事が
When I
来ない
got
と言っ
here,
て
You were sitting in the corner like a limp rag, crying about how FB wouldn't answer. Remember? In fact, if I was willing to kill you, I would have been punching you in the face this whole time or something. I've barely done much to hurt you. But
もう何日来ていない。
how many days has it been?
FB からの連絡
How
は
often did
普段はどの
FB
くらい
contact you
の頻度
before?
で来ていて
And when did it
いつから
stop?
来なくなった。
I keep the questions coming. I need to pile on the pressure.
普段毎
It
日
used to be every day,
でももう10
but
日
it's already been 10 days.
10日も連絡が来ていない。
10 days with no contact. Correct? Moeka looks up to me with pleading eyes.
私
I
裏
won't
切れないよ。
betray FB.
お前は裏切られたんだよ。
FB betrayed you.
FB を
I believe in FB.
お前は
He threw you away.
利用されるだけされた。
FB used you. And now your
もう
usefulness
用
has
済みという
ended.
ことだ。
FB は
FB isn't like that.
だったら
Then what sort of person was he?
お母さんみたい
Oh, she. Okay, so parent figure. Okay.
私に優しくて
She was gentle to me, like a mother.
私は
I finally had a place I belonged,
心地いい
like a
居場所
mother. FB is a woman? I expected an evil-looking old man, like you see in the movies. But I guess I was wrong.
悩みを相談したり
I talked to her about my worries.
すぐに返事
She
くれ
always replied right away,
友達みたいで
like a friend, but gentle, accepting.
すごく優しさが
Mark Zuckerberg is a woman? Actually, isn't it more like the, on Twitter, how people will turn designs and, like, brands into a woman? So it's like that kind of thing, where they turn Facebook, like, the idea of Facebook, the logo, into a woman, into a anime waifu.
会ったことは
Have you met her? Moeka shakes her head weakly.
会ったことがない。お母さんみたいで
You haven't
友
met?
達みたいで
Even though she's like your
お前
mother?
にとって
Your friend?
心地いい居場所だったのに。
Damn. If they had met, then I could have gotten Moeka to lead me to her. Literally said she was her supervisor, basically her handler.
なんだ
That's why she's nice. She's the handler.
互いの正体
Rounders must
ル
hide
ールで
their identities from one another.
連絡は取り合っていたのに
So you've talked,
一度も
but you've never
会ったことがない
met. But you must have wanted to meet her, right?
確かに会うのは
Even if it was against the rules.
違うよ
No. No.
あったら
It would ruin
幻滅
everything
される
if she saw the real me.
だから
会いたいと言われたことは
Did she ever say she wanted to meet you?
一度もないし
No,
ことも
never. And I never asked.
その様子だと
So no phone
電話
calls
も
either
したこ
then.
とがないな。
Moeka turns away. Then she nods faintly.
避けられているとは
Didn't you wonder
思わな
why?
かったのか。そこまで親身になった
Why would such a
ことが
kind,
優しい女の
gentle
話
woman refuse to meet you in
お前
person?
に会おうとしない理由
Was it really just the rules?
本当にルール。そしてなぜ連絡
And
を
why
よこさ
isn't she
ない
returning your emails now?
理由を考え
Think
て
about it.
振り込め詐欺と同じだ。
She was using you. You were
お前は
tricked.
騙されていたんだ。
FB を悪く言わないで
Don't say that. She's not like that.
連絡が途絶える前、
What did her last email say before she stopped contacting you?
IBN5100 を指定場所に置いておけ
So you did get it. Leave the IBN 5100 at the designated location. The IBN 5100? Moeka, you fool. You let your tongue slip. 2 weeks ago, FB told her to leave the IBN 5100 at a drop point. That means she already had it in her possession at that time. I recall how Moeka kept bombarding me with questions about the IBN 5100. It might have let it slip that I found the computer at Yanabayashi Shrine. After that, she sent her D-mail. The world line changed. The lock was broken on the shrine storehouse door. I bet she was the one that took it from the From the empty locker from Lukako the female world line. She probably found it there and claimed it. The IBN 5100 was gone. These facts point to one conclusion. She sent herself the location of the IBN 5100. Now that I know, it seems so obvious. If only I hadn't trusted Moeka. If only I had seen through her lies. But no, I played right into her hands. I was the tool's tool. I almost burst into self-deriding laughter. But I desperately hold it back and keep a straight face.
その場所はどこだ?
What was the designated location?
コインロッカ
Hey Mako, welcome in.
ー
How are you today?
前の
Hope you're doing good. The coin locker. In front of Daibiru. Daibiru. Are you serious? That's what I was talking about, the locker. The coin locker. Lukako broke the IBN and then carried it to a coin locker. So it ends up there anyway. I'm doing well, just preparing stuff for work interview. Oh, good luck with that. Hope it goes well for you, Mako. The coin locker in front of Daibiru. Wait, isn't that where Lukako hid the IBN 5100 on the previous world line? You're welcome, Mako. Is this another effect of convergence? Job hunting has been a real bummer? Yeah. I would imagine. Job hunting's been a bit of a bummer in a lot of places. Can I retrieve the IBN 5100 if I go there now? No. I can't expect it to still be there. Remember what happened with Lukako. The invisible force of convergence is keeping the IBN 5100 away from me. If I want to get it back, I need to cancel Moeka's D-mail. I know the message. I've already reached my goal. So, if she got abandoned because she did her job, why not try telling her that if she changes it, she won't be abandoned? Moeka starts crying softly. I sigh deeply and lift myself off of Moeka's body. Then I lean back against the wall and stretch my aching limbs. So it's finally over? We're finally cool? We're chill? I take Moeka's phone out of my pocket.
携帯を使わせてもらうぞ。
I'm using your phone. Moeka slowly gets up. She wipes her tears and fixes her hair and clothes. How are you going to convince her after that email? Because your way of canceling the email is to come up with a second one to disregard the first one. He can't actually cancel it. So how are you going to convince her to ignore it? Her wavy hair obscures her face from this angle, so I can't make out her expression. She doesn't react to what I said. Even though I'm no longer restraining her, she doesn't try to attack me and take back her phone. Wait, what? M4? Oh, is that her? I open Moeka's mailbox and search for the D-mail. It takes about 3 minutes, but I finally find it. 3 mails from Moeka's own phone, each 12 characters long, sent on August 4th and received on July 31st. Retro PCs at Yanabayashi Shrine. Just as I suspected, Moeka changed her D-mail in the few seconds I had my back turned. All I need to do now is send the cancellation email. Okabe,
今ラボ
are you at the lab?
Ah, don't worry me like that. Idiot.
心配してくれていたの
What? Were you worried about me? Of course she was.
I mean,
You set off an obvious death flag. I'm surprised you're still alive.
今どこにいる
Where are you now?
ちゃんとラボで待機中。
I'm standing by at the lab.
もう一度 D メール
Set up the machine. I'm sending another D-mail.
タイマー設定は
Destination?
31日の
July 31st.
11時頃
11 a.m.
に設定を
11 a.m. on the 31st. While Karisu calculates the hours, I type the mail. This is how you're gonna do it? Okay, good luck. Let's see if it works. It says, do not go. Not at shrine. It's a trap. Hopefully it works. I address the mail to the phone wave, name subject to change.
準備 OK。
Okay, all set.
よし起動してくれ
Alright. Activate it.
起動した。
Activated. I press the send button. The mail starts sending. Reading Steiner should activate. This time for sure. I brace myself for the incoming vertigo.
ダメだ
Well,
なぜ
nothing.
変わらない
why won't it change?
また間違い
Another mistake?
いやそんなはずはない
No. There's no way. I know what Moeka's message said. This D-mail should have canceled it. Why isn't it working? What the hell's wrong this time?
最初の D メールの内容は
What did the first email say?
柳林神社に
That the IBN 5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine. I tried to cancel it by telling her it's a trap, but it didn't work.
罠だと否定したんだがもう一度別の文面
I'll
で
try to
誘う
phrase it differently.
待った
Wait,
D メールの面倒な
we went through this with the Lotto 6 experiment, remember?
試験で検証済みでしょ
The Lotto 6 experiment. I sent myself the winning numbers, but the past me didn't buy the ticket. Instead, he gave the winning numbers to Lukako.
D メールを読んだ人間がその通りに行動するかどうか
The person who reads the D-mail
に
chooses whether or not to act accordingly.
桐生って人は
Kiryu learned that the IBN 5100 was at the shrine. Though the cancellation mail came right afterward, I guess she ignored it and went anyway.
否定するメールを信じなかったか
Maybe she didn't believe the cancellation mail.
否定する
Maybe she was so
メールを
diligent she decided to check it out even when told not to.
ことか
I glance at Moeka. She's still hanging her head, but her tears have run dry. I wonder if she's listening. Damn. Even when told it was too risky to go to the shrine, she went anyway.
より強制力の強い
We need a more persuasive message. Something that would prevent her from going to the shrine.
どうやって
Like what? That's the problem. I'm pretty sure only Kiryu knows how to do this. Is it possible to persuade her with just 36 bytes of text? Or should we consider other possibilities?
例えば
What if I send a D-mail to myself on July 30th? Could I beat her to the IBN 5100?
回収させるという方法は
その日のあんたは IBN 5000
Were you even interested in the IBN 5100 then? When did I start caring about the IBN 5100? I can't remember. Fine. That's out. So how do I convince Moeka to listen? At that moment, an electric shock runs through my brain. Ooh? Can you tell her that she won't be abandoned if she cancels it? 2 initials. Oh, that works. Actually, that also works.
FB だ
FB. What?
萌香の上司
Moeka's handler.
依存の対象
She's obsessed with FB.
FB からの
If the mail comes from
無条件
FB,
で信じるはず
she'll do whatever it says.
その FB とかいう人の携帯
Do you have FB's phone? No.
いいや
No.
会ったことさえない
They haven't even met.
どこにいるかもわ
We
か
don't know where FB is.
話にならない
Then there's nothing we can do.
少し時間をくれ
Give me a little time.
また待たせるのか
Gonna make me wait again? Well, I've been pulling all-nighters recently, so whatever.
あんまり
Just don't do anything stupid, okay? No promises. So even after prying answers out of Moeka, there's still more work to be done. Fate really seems to love getting in my way. Alright. To break out of this world line, I need FB's identity and location. I call Moeka's name. When she finally looks up, I drop her phone onto her lap. She accepts it with a confused expression.
FB を探すことになる
Looks like we're searching for FB now. Moeka grips her phone, but she doesn't look at the screen. I sigh deeply. I need to get as much information on FB out of her as I can.
お前はどういう経緯でラウンド
How exactly did you become a rounder? Honestly, I couldn't care less. I hate having to stand here and talk with the woman who killed Mayuri. Hugging her phone to her chest, Moeka retrieves her glasses and puts them back on.
4年前
4 years ago, I tried
してた
to kill myself. Her voice is a barely audible whisper. For a moment, I'm surprised she's not talking by mail. I was kind of hoping she would, so I didn't have to try to remember her voice. I don't remember the original voice that I gave her, the exact voice.
何の希望も持てなくて
I had no hope. I wanted to get away from everything.
原因は
Why?
特にこれっていうのは
No big reason. Her expression is blank, lifeless, like always. But behind her glasses, her eyes are red from crying. Well, it seems like her forehead already healed. They are the only trace of emotion on her doll-like face.
でも
Little
小さな
things,
ことが
lots of little
た
things,
くさん
piled up.
積み重なるもともと
I've always
こ
been
んな
like
性
this.
格だし
家族は
In your family? Moeka shakes her head a little. She has none, I guess. I don't bother asking whether she ever had parents. It doesn't really matter.
自分の部屋で
I locked myself in my
睡眠
room
薬
and overdosed on sleeping pills,
でも
but I
死
didn't
ぬのに
die.
失敗してそこに
Pretty much, yeah. She's like a hikikomori. Hikikomori, yeah. She can't talk to people. She can only do it by phone. Afterwards, I got a mail.
ラウンダー募集
Recruiting rounders, it said. It was sent to hundreds of people, not just me.
一斉送信の
Isn't that spam? Do the rounders really recruit like that?
私は
Nothing mattered anymore. So on a whim, I replied,
気づいたそしたら
and then
連絡が
FB contacted
来たの
me.
それからずっと
Ever since, I've
FB の
followed
指示に
FB's orders.
従ってた
How old were you? They trained you up well.
ずっとこの秋葉に
Were you always stationed in Akaba? Moeka shakes her head.
3ヶ月前まで名古屋
Until 3 months
その
ago,
前は
I was in
横
Nagoya. Before
浜
that,
その前は
Yokohama. Before that, the Rounder's chief duty is to acquire IBN 5100s. I guess they had her traveling all over Japan, digging up info on retro PCs.
これまでに
How many IBM 5100s have you found so far?
1台も
Not even one. No results? It sounds like SERN is spending a lot of effort for not much return. So she finally gets them one and they immediately abandon her? I sigh deeply once again.
お前はこの後
So what now?
どう
Are
す
you
る
gonna sit here, wallowing in despair, until you kill yourself 4 days from now?
打ちひしがれて抗おうとは思わ
Or
な
do
い
you want to rebel against fate?
抗う
Rebel? Even as I ask the question, I know that for her, rebellion is impossible. This world line has already approached her death. Well, she'll die, but it doesn't have to be suicide. She could help us try to find FB and get killed by FB or one of the other guys. She's in the same situation as Mayuri. No matter what she does, she will die. She's beautiful, though. Why she wanted to die? Well, we don't know how she looked back then. Because they probably, like... Because she has to get information and probably talk to people, they probably, like, dress her up well. She probably didn't have as good of an appearance back then. She probably didn't, like, take care of herself. But because of FB, she takes care of herself now? But even if she's beautiful, like, if you're a Hikikomori that just is closed off from people, who's super anxious and can't talk to people, I don't think that matters. Because, like, even our own character is actually pretty handsome, but he's not that close to people. I mean, he's more social than she is, by far, but still. I know that, and yet I ask the question.
FB はお前を
FB used you
利用し
and threw you away.
見捨てた
Accept it. And then ask yourself what you're going to do about it. I mean, with our character, it's because he acts like a chuny for Mayuri's sake. Because I feel like he has to do that to keep her happy. And because of that people think he's a weirdo and he's not popular. Otherwise, he would. I'm pretty sure he'd be totally popular, as all these girls prove. Moeka looks down.
利用されていたとしても
Even if FB did use me,
私の居場所
that was the only place I belonged.
初めてだった
That was the first time
生きてきた
in
中
my entire life that I was needed.
FB が
FB gave me
居場所を与えてくれたのその居場所を守るため
to protect that purpose, to protect
生き
FB.
がいを与えてくれた FB を何だってする
I would do anything.
お前は
You're beyond hope.
救いようのないバカだ
I stand up.
だったら依存したまま死んでいけ
Just, I need you to tell her that she won't be abandoned if she doesn't accomplish her mission. Drown in your dependence for all I care. Your death has already been decided.
だが俺は
But I won't let fate have its
世
way.
界の思い通りに
I'm
なってい
rebelling
い
to the
とは
end.
思わない
No matter
だ
what,
から
I will save my
徹
Yuri.
底的に抗う
Just a little bit more. I can't give up now. And I think that'll be a good place to stop. It is 10:30 p.m. for me. I think it's a good place to stop. Let me go ahead and save. Not load, not load, not load. Please don't do that. I don't think this was important, right? No. Actually, it was. Well, yes and no. I don't know. I'm just going to save here. Alright, I will call it there. Let me go ahead and make that quiet. Before I play the song, thank you everyone for hanging out with me. For all those who were in chat and those who were just lurking, I appreciate it. I always appreciate you, all of you hanging out with me. I hope you all have a good morning, day, or night, whatever time it is for you guys. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone. I shall play my outro music, and I shall put up the raid messages and look for someone to raid.
In a room where shadows loom, a man sits deep in gloom, with a pen held tight in hand, sketching dreams that understand. Walls may close, the night may fall, but his spirit stands tall. Lines he draws are doors that lead to worlds where dreams are free. With a pen he built his dreams, turning silence into streams. In his mind he's never alone, crafting realms he calls his own. Paper whispers, secrets told, journeys inked in black and bold. Mountains climb or rivers bend, in the world that he can mend. He may be confined and still, yet his heart is wild with thrill. Through each line a sky so wide, in his world he takes a ride. Every sigh is painted bright, stars that gleam in darkest night. With the pen his spirit sings, soaring high on high.